The mullet's growing.
Boy, ladies and gentlemen, the champ is so excited that he forgot we're live. And boy, it feels good to be in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that all of you built, the platform that you've decided you want to have not only 1,000 subscribers, 1,100 subscribers, 1,200 subscribers, 1,250 subscribers. And I'm going to have an announcement for that in a little while. Plus, I've got a whole bunch of packages, and I can assure you it's not going to be some hate mail for our guest because, I know he's upset about a whole bunch of things I've said about him going on some other podcast, and he hasn't been here. But boy, not only is he back on Sportswire Radio, ladies and gentlemen, he is back with gold and one of the richest prizes, not only in the backyard wrestling circuit, the underground wrestling circuit, the independent wrestling circuit, but the entire wrestling circuit. And he's going to talk about that. He's going to talk about what is going on in the world of all legendary wrestling. He's also going to talk about what's going on with this little thing called the Backyard Havoc, and who knows whatever else is on his mind. And I know that James Taylor is going to be a topic. I just know that the ROEW owner is going to have a lot to say about our new champion, and our new champion is certainly going to have the chance to provide his first words since 2 weeks ago. He won that prize that we see there right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's obviously been an exciting time in the wrestling world. Last week, everybody was doom and gloom. It was like, oh my God, what Hiroshima is going to be out there? Who else is going to be doing some dirty things? But now we're focusing on the positives. Now we're focusing on what we're all here for, which is All Wrestling Matters, and a platform that all of you have helped build, and especially yesterday. Now, I'll have some major announcements for that in a little while, but I certainly now want to give our guest, because I forgot, ladies and gentlemen, what he looks like in front of me, because it has been so long since he was last back on Sportswire. I truly thought he was taking over maybe as a sideline reporter or a co-host over on the Dark Den Hour. I thought maybe he was going to be starting his own TikTok streams. I've even seen him battle James Taylor on TikTok. They were having, I don't even know what was going on with that, but let's give our guest that championship-like introduction, because after all, he's finally now back in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, a platform that he helped build. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give our guest that championship-like introduction on a Friday night to start the weekend off here in style on Sportswire Radio. So with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report. Number one, Global Sports Show, world-renowned TikTok influencer, the man that has met Hulk Hogan not once, but twice in the same day, a man who calls Top Dollar one of his very good friends. Simply put, he is the reigning, defending ROEW World Heavyweight Champion. He is Big Man The champ is here.
Yes, sir.
How are we doing, champ?
I'm doing great. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing great, and especially since it's been a while since you've been on Sportswire, first of all.
Not really. I mean, I was here for the ROEW Hall of Fame induction a few weeks ago. But
I know it was kind of like almost like an AI version of Big Man Cave. This is your first spot here, your first actual solo spot. I think in like 3 months almost, about 3 months. Took
yeah,
2.5 months, I think.
I like to keep the Sportswire appearances. I love Sportswire, but they're more special when you space them out, I think. So,
Now I'm glad you said that because there was one promotion that used to come on Sportswire all the time, which starts with initial T, and it felt like every week they were on, and then it would be like almost like reruns. It was almost like watching, ever watch like the Looney Tunes? It would be the same thing over and over and over. But you at least keep things original. So thank you for that, champ. But first, before
I don't like to talk about the same old things,
So you don't want to be like your owner then of ROEW, James Taylor, where, mind if I come on, mind if I, pop on, mind if I have something to say, it's almost kind of like, kid, what'd you think about my match, kid? Kid, what'd you think about my stunner, kid? Kid, what did you think about my match back in 2000? Kid, what did you think about, my cat now? What did you think about Pancho? So you don't want to do what your owner, James Taylor, does regularly.
Pretty much, but I will say you got that wrong a little bit. You got to add more twang into it. You got to be like, well,
I'm a New Yorker. I see I have some New Yorkers here in the chat. My former employer is here, by the way, Steven Saperstein. Before we get to you, it's so funny now, Big Man Cam, because now that all of a sudden, we're really in prime time now. We broke 1,000 subscribers, 1,100, 1,200, 1,250 subscribers. Everybody out of the woodwork was like, I knew you could do it all this time. I knew you were going to be famous. I knew you were going to be big. Well, I'll take it. But even my former employers have now been here 2 consecutive weeks. First, it was former State Senator David Starobin, and now I've got Steven Saperstein, who was the founder of the Shorefront Coalition and has run for office, and we helped him win an election before, and he's here probably to fire me again. Probably wants to fire me again, Big Man Cam. Maybe you'll have to take over Sportswire then.
I won't take over Sportswire. There's nobody that can take it over. I'm sorry.
You sure?
I'm
You're a big man.
No, I couldn't take it over.
You sure? All right. Well, look.
Let me take it over. I'm just kidding. No, that's horrible. I don't want that kind of.
All right. Well, you know what? We'll leave that at that. I see everybody here. I've got a major announcement. I have a couple things I want to plug. You have something I want to talk about in a little while. I have a major announcement for somebody that actually got us really, who's responsible for getting us to 1,000 subscribers yesterday. I have a major announcement for her. I'm going to really do something special for her in a little while, but I'll get to that in a bit. But I want to ask you the question I always ask, especially when we have a new champion for the first time here on Sportswire Radio, and especially as you know the drill, we're in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters. So Big Man Cam, tell us, what does it now mean to you to be the brand new ROEW World Heavyweight Champion?
I mean, it feels great. But then again, if you really want to count all the days I've truly been champion, you can go back to that one-on-one match with Jack Delta, because I still didn't agree to those terms.
Well, you did famously give me a cameo where you did say you were the ROEW champion.
So if you want to count that I've been champion since that day, and still nobody's pinned me.
Mm.
But that's that. Whatever. Nobody can take it from me now. Nobody can tell me to.
But you got the belt here now. I know when you did the cameo, I was obviously, yes, Big Man Cam was the champion. I asked Mr. Delta this question before his injury. James Taylor, I lost count how many times he was here since then. It was a long time ago. But obviously now we can recognize you as the champion. You've got the belt. But it's got to be a good feeling, though, to hold a championship from really, again, I say it every time on Sportswire. I'm here every night, even though you might be over on the competition in the dark then hour. But the facts are is that you're going to kill me. I know that. But if you could right now come from the screen and like lunge and like choke me, like one of those like famous like old Howard Stern shows, you probably, or Jerry Springer ones, you do that. But the point is that it's got to feel good, though, to hold the championship for really, as I say all the time, one of the best backyard companies right now. I always talk about it. It's ROEW and BTW. It's basically flip a coin, and you tell me one day the company is the best, the other one's the best. I'll go with it. So it's still got to be a good feeling for you that you hold a prize from a company that's just really at the top right now.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And one thing I will kind of correct you on, Tom, is that ROEW did change their name. They are no longer ROEW Backyard. They are ROEW Underground.
I know that. That I know. But in terms of the BYW scene, I know we're underground now. But
I'm just specifying.
Thank you for
I've
letting me know.
underground for
This
a
is
while.
why you would be this is why you should really be the man to run Sportswire. It's time for me to retire. I've accomplished what I've needed to. I got the 1,000 subs. The people now know that Sportswire is in good hands. This is why I'd like to pass the baton to you.
Now, when are you getting the tattoo?
Well, that's in the next few weeks because I actually don't have time to get it yet. But in a couple of weeks, I do plan to get it.
I'll do it. I've done a few tattoos.
So you're gonna come to New York and give me the tattoo? You want to do that?
I would too. I actually would, but I wouldn't trust me. Here, my leg. I'm gonna show you my leg. It's nothing bad.
This is what we've got on Sportswire. Yeah. Thank you, Big Man Camp. Now, don't show it too close because, that might be for a couple of people. Big Man Camp, we got the point. We're a family show on Sportswire. We're a family show.
Go any further. I wouldn't go any further.
Yeah, don't go any further. Especially after last Wednesday show where we had individuals looking at minors and such. We really don't want to give any ideas to any people out there, please. And you know this. You're a former corrections officer, for crying out loud. Well, in one life. But obviously, you've got the ROEW Championship, one of the best companies in our circuit. It's got to be a great feeling, and you've got a lot of responsibilities now to keep ROEW where it is.
Yeah, 100%. I can agree with that. I can definitely say that since I've won this, I really don't know what to say. I'm kind of speechless.
Well, you've been a champion.
I feel like I should have had this opportunity months ago because everybody ROEW's thrown at me, I've taken down. I've been through the whole
roster. Well, you haven't been pinned in ROEW yet.
I have not been pinned in ROEW. I haven't been pinned or submitted. So
and at this point, I mean, who could stop you right now? I mean, there's just at this point, I look at the ROEW roster, and it's a roster I don't even recognize from a few months ago. It's a drastically different roster.
Mm-hmm. Literally nobody. Literally nobody.
Thanks for promoting that, champ. But no, it's a different roster. We have some different names. So in a way, maybe that helps you stay on top because it's not the roster a few months ago where it had these different names. And obviously at the top, Jack Delta, a man you've already defeated, but he's nowhere near in sight right now. So really at the end of the day, I mean, you should be on top for months and years to come.
100%. Who knows? I'll probably beat CJ Black's record.
It's his birthday today, by the way. We should give him a huge... I know you got some issues with him, but I want to wish him a happy birthday today because, obviously he is the 7-star superstar, multiple times rated 7 superstars. And he has been a man that obviously is really been at the center of things in ROEW. And obviously his wars with Jack Delta and, whatever's going on with Jason Storm and, obviously, and your history with him. And I definitely want to make sure we wish the good guy a very good guy of a birthday. And I hope he has a great birthday. I know he's obviously busy right now celebrating like he is, after all, a multi-time 7-star superstar. He is Mr. 7-star superstar. So hopefully that he has a wonderful birthday. And I know you'll make sure after you're off the air to wish him a happy birthday.
I'll do it now. I'll even raise a water toast to him. I'll do what his mom could have done 30-some years ago.
Well, I wouldn't be able to comment. That's not fair. I would say happy birthday to him. Let's hope he has a wonderful day. And we certainly hope that he is enjoying it.
CJ.
Why would you say it would be horrible for somebody in their birthday? Why would you want to do that? I mean, you got the championship. Well, there's no issues with you and BY. I mean, are you still mad about BYW getting you suspended there a couple months ago? You still mad about that?
Now, Tom, I don't know if you've completely watched the 6-man match yet.
I did.
I still haven't.
We're going to put it up on the
screen. Them through enough punishment just yet.
I know.
More's coming.
It was 2 weeks ago, by the way. It was 2 weeks ago. And obviously, you would still want to do more damage to them.
100%. Brothers don't turn their backs on each other like that. And that hurt. That hurt me really bad.
But somebody had
family.
But somebody had to go. So who would you have recommended have went?
So what?
But somebody had to take the fall. I mean, that was the deal. Who would you have picked? It was you, Jason, or CJ. Who was going to go?
We weren't going to go. We were either going to go together or we were going to stay together.
Well, that wasn't the deal, though. That wasn't James Taylor's stipulation.
They gave in. They both gave in and took me out.
They were trying to fight to save me
as a threat. They see me as a threat, is what it is.
Well, I would agree with you on that. Now that I'm in agreement with. There's no question that you definitely would be a threat. I mean, look at the size of it. I say you're like 6'17" with a size 39 shoe all the time. I mean, I know Steven Saperstein was here, and he is almost like a midget compared to you. I got that. But still, I mean, you've got the championship. I mean, they've got their own problems anywhere right now. I don't even know what the story is between Storm and Black.
I couldn't care less what their story is. All that I know is that whenever I see him, it's on site, no matter what. No matter what.
So, but you basically don't want Mr. Black at the very least to have a very nice birthday then, no?
No, I hope it's horrible. I hope somebody shits in his cake.
Well, we're a family station on Sportswire. We do not condone that. But I will say that, what are your goals, though, as ROEW champion? Let's go with that first before I put the matchup on the screen. What would you be your goals, big man Cam, as ROEW world champion, other than making CJ Black's birthday miserable and Jason Storm, who still is, I guess you want to call it the ROEW Midwestern Championship or the DKW World Championship.
That's the DKW World title. He's an idiot.
But it's the ROEW Midwestern title. He had the little sticker on it.
Nah.
No, not buying it.
No, it was a sticker.
You were in BYW before. You didn't buy it when you were in BYW?
I gave into it a little bit because he's my brother. He's a little.
But
he's
not
a little
brothers
not
anymore.
You
guys aren't brothers. Yeah.
He doesn't understand what title names are. Did you see at the beginning before the match? They were late because he couldn't find the ring.
Yeah.
He said, "Gee, good job." What? What?
Well, you know what? I tell you what. In a way, Mr. Storm, I can't blame him because he was supposed to have gotten JX so many times, but I feel like an AI version of JX would really be the only way we'll ever see JX and Jason Storm in a ring there in ROEW. Maybe that's what Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe I don't know. I couldn't tell you. That dude is literally psychotic. He's got the right name. I don't even want to deal with it.
Well, you might have to eventually. I mean, you might certainly have to deal with them. But all right, you know what? I got the idea. You're going to dominate for years. There's a lot of people in the chat. I'll say hello to you in a minute. But what I do want to do is I want to put the matchup on this because I want to get your thoughts on it, and I want to be able. Yeah, I want to watch the match with you. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, that's why you're here. You're the champion.
I wasn't saying that in like a alrighty. I was saying alrighty, like yeah, let's do it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I wasn't telling you not to.
Oh, good. But I was going to say you're the champion. That's the whole point. And we're going to pull it up on the screen now. So here we go. And there's a lot of people here we're going to talk to in a minute, but let's pull it up. And here we go. Let's go a little bit. And there they are.
Yeah, this idiot. Look.
How did you like the new ROEW arena? It's not new.
It was weird.
Weird? Yeah, well, it was kind of used to be the old arena, but now it's the new arena again. But,
Yeah. I prefer.
Have you ever needed instructions to get into an arena before?
No.
No?
No.
First time for everything, right?
Yeah, arenas are fairly self-explanatory.
Maybe we're getting a hard time. I don't know, but they're all you guys are, and we see a lot of people in the chat. Hang out with us. We'll get you in a little while. But yeah, we see a bunch of you, and then you're with again Mr. Black and Mr. Storm, obviously. And this is what you get here on the Sportswire. But there you are, C Money, Matthew Forsaken, and Darkron. We're obviously all Forsaken when we see Matthew Forsaken. And what's going on through your mind here as you're waiting to see your old brethren in BYW?
Oh, I was ready to kill him, Tom.
You were?
I was excited.
Boy, if we're having problems with those, creepy people, just you can go sick on them because you basically said you're excited to kill people.
Basically,
you really should consider going into movies, but we'll move on for that in a minute. But you really do look mad.
I wouldn't mind it.
Well, I'll see if I can help you out on that. But obviously, Mr. Black and Mr. Storm are just basically, these guys are being ganged up on almost. Don't you think they're being ganged up on a little bit?
Whatever they got coming their way is coming their way, I guess. I know I ain't the only one they done wrong.
Well, I mean,
it would not surprise me. I don't feel like they're getting ganged up on. I wanted CJ in that moment.
Well, I mean, everybody's just trying to figure out where to go from here. I mean, these guys are just, they're I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but these two guys are just being tagged up on, unfortunately. And there's Mr. Black. I mean, you look at the size of you. I mean, you're just trying to, are you considering yourself a bully at all? Because what you're trying to do to Mr. Black, I mean, it's heinous.
Tom, where's the idea that I'm a bully? I don't.
You immediately went to use your size and strength to beat up on Mr. Black. That's what some would say. I'm not saying you're a bully, but that's what some would say.
I can understand that. But then again, what all has CJ Black done?
Well, I mean, he's obviously found every way through hook and cranny to be the 7-star superstar in ROEW.
Yeah, CJ Black has made fun of countless people. He has verbally bullied people. He has physically.
I've even had my issues with him last year, but I mean, I you know my approach. We're open minded on Sportzwire.
Oh,
we
yeah.
live and learn.
Yes,
I'll give people like 100 chances, but there it looks like Matthew Forsaken didn't get another chance to go into the tree branch there or the tree bushes. That must have hurt. But then again, it's Matthew Forsaken. His back is like a walking open wound. But there you go. But you're down there right now, Big Man Cam, and you're actually having a fight with the turnbuckles there. Probably knowing you probably enjoyed that.
Yeah, probably. I like being in ropes. But
I fought the turnbuckles, but the turnbuckle won. Kind of like that. I fought the law, but the law won. But there we go. There, and C Money is just a man possessed, and there's Dark Cross.
Tom, when two guys are beating me at the same time and I can't get up, it's a little hard.
I can see. Reminds me of I'm falling and I can't get up, and I'm definitely that's the case. But there's the stinger splash from good old Darkron. But I won't ask you any too negative things on Darkron because we're all.
I don't have anything negative to say about Darkron.
Judas does though. Well, Judas did, but I wonder if Judas is having second thoughts about that. I'll talk to you about that later.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
There's Darkron. Then you're getting up, Big Man Cam, and you're looking like you've definitely found somebody to beat up on and see money.
Oh, that felt good.
Oh, you look like you're really enraged right now. You're definitely having a rage against the machine there. Definitely a rage against the machine.
Sure. Bulls on parade.
Lights out. Guerrilla radio. But it seems like we are killing in the name of CJ Black and Jason Storm.
Yeah, we're killing in the name of BYW. Hate those guys.
I can see that. I couldn't believe that this was the case a few months ago. I mean, but
see how scared he was to get hit by me? He tried to cover it.
Big Man Cam, I'm sitting next to you on Sportswire, and I'm scared of you. So I can only imagine what the rest of the ring participants in this match would be feeling in the 1,000 subscriber special for ROEW. I mean, but you did eat a ring post there.
Hey, we get a little behind sometimes, Tom. It's all right.
That's true. Definitely no top
all
dollar.
It did was ring me for a second.
Boy, Darkron moved so well in the ring. Darkron, I tell you what, Darkron, I was so glad to see Darkron get this ROEW run because I feel like he has been so underappreciated because everybody knows him from really growing up with this platform, with the stuff at Summer Bash last year, not this year's one, last year, and it was all the stuff he went through with Omen and the IMF and hardcore this, hardcore that. But we got to see Mr. Kron really is just a pound for pound guy that can do it all. He's technical. He can go out there and high fly. And I guess Judas, maybe Judas breathes a sigh of relief.
100%. I think he would eat Judas alive in a ring.
Well,
but that's just me.
We'll never know. It seems
maybe not on the mic, but maybe in the ring.
I don't know. Darkron can talk. I mean, he's back here in 2 weeks. He's going to go in the Hall of Fame again in 2 weeks. So
Judas can talk pretty good.
Judas is with the best.
Number one guy for promos.
I could not agree with you. Judas is definitely number one, but CJ Black is definitely feeling some number one like punches there and from you. And
that felt great too, Tom.
It did. Mm-hmm. And there's Jason 100%. Storm.
Yeah,
right into the ring post.
I get ahead on one, the other gets up every time. They can't stay away from each other. It's like they're dating or something.
You know what? We're gonna move on from that on Sportswire because we do have a lot. If they want to date, that's up to them. I don't know if that's to be accurate. I don't think.
Oh, no dating. Problem with them dating. It's just they may as well.
Okay.
They're always together.
Okay, I was gonna say because I don't know if that's to be accurate or not. I don't know if they would want that to be known by the audience, but that's up to them. I'm not getting that sense. I just think that they're two best friends that are
just held hands.
Well,
they just held hands, Tom.
Well, it's 2024. People can hold hands, but that was a pretty nice little
Oh yeah.
drop kick there. But and Mr. Black looks
Oh
like
wait,
he's holding
not
it.
oh yeah. I just realized that was Storm. Sorry, I was focused on you.
I think you've been so used to being over on Dark Den.
Oh, I was on Dark Den for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And I still get,
30 minutes
for it.
That was the reason why you won the ROW title.
Yeah. I got Silver Wolf over. You're welcome.
But right now, CJ Black is definitely getting over on Darkron.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good leg drop there, by the way. That was a good guy.
It wasn't. Bad leg drop.
What do you mean?
Wouldn't hurt me.
Objectively speaking, I thought it was a good leg drop. But then again, Jack Delta always says, I know nothing about wrestling, but he's right. I actually don't. I mean, Copper Dragon, I had this conversation on the phone. Mr. Dragon, I don't know anything about wrestling. He's like, yeah, you're right. But there was that a stunner there I just saw?
Yeah, pretty much.
Boy, James Taylor could have. Does
James Taylor lives in his head rent free.
Does James Taylor get copyrights now for the stunner, you think?
No. He didn't get the blessing like Kevin Owens did.
But he says that he could have. He says he could have.
How could he have? Was he going to buy him?
He's got 90,000 followers on TikTok. But boy, that was a sandwich that I'm sure that Darkron really made those two remember. But,
yeah,
nice bulldog there by Darkron.
That was
I love watching
very
Darkron. I love watching Darkron in the ring. But CJ Black
moves very smoothly, and he's a very easy guy.
And he's in great shape, Darkron. Darkron is in fantastic shape. I mean,
Darkron's like the oldest one out of all of us too. And
he's in better shape than like people that are that come on Sportswire that are I'm going to say half his age. I mean, he's in phenomenal shape. I mean, definitely. Darkron looks like does Darkron go to the tanning salon too? He's got a tan even.
I don't know. I might go tanning with him if he wants to, though.
Well, let's move on here because we don't want to talk about tanning. People are really having fun with this. Thank you very much for that. But
that was actually
pretty cool.
One of the best spots in the entire match.
Was that a Canadian
if not the best? Yes. You can replay it if you want.
Let's replay it because you said so.
It was beautiful.
Okay.
It was a very beautiful Canadian destroyer. Look how smooth.
That was perfect. You should try doing one of those.
Yeah. I can do a sunset flip, believe it or not.
That's not surprising. I mean, The Undertaker would go off the top rope. That's not – big men can do stuff like that. That's not out of the ordinary, but that was definitely out of the ordinary. But that was pretty sick. That was definitely – this is why I love ROEW. This is why you too should follow ROEW on YouTube at ROEW Now Underground. I have to get used to that big man cam for all this time on Sportswire. I had the other way. Yeah,
it's okay.
But there is good old C Money, pound for pound, one of the best, and he's definitely putting that foot up your face there. But we'll get to him later. We'll definitely get to him later.
I have a lot of respect for C Money.
I love C Money. Another guy that should really get more recognition. And Barry Gutman, we'll get to Barry. Barry's got a lot of emojis, but we'll come back to good old Barry. Big Country. You should meet Big Country. But you'll be. I'm gonna have a surprise for you after the match. Let's just put it that way. But first of all, what about this spot? What about this spot? What about that spot? What about? You mind if I play that again? Because I want to see.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here we go. How about this? Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. They did it both at the same time, which is even more crazy. Well, 2 seconds apart, but who's counting? So, when you actually had that happen to you, what was your thought? Let me ask you that first.
My thought was I wasn't going down and I was going to catch him. But if you see where CJ's knee
went the other way,
it took me out.
He went the other way.
I was supposed to be the only one standing there.
And you look like you're hurt a little bit there.
Oh, yeah. He ran into my knee. That's what should have happened.
Well, it's wrestling. There's a lot of things that should happen and don't happen, but there's C Money, who's just pound for pound one of the best. I mean, very happy to see C Money get his flowers, you might want to say. But Matthew Forsaken, we're all forsaken. And senior official there. Franklin Schmidt, is it Franklin Schmidt, senior official? Good old Franklin Schmidt. One of the very best in our sport, by the way. Definitely the next Dave Hebner. Dave and Earl Hebner, definitely right up there with the very best referees. And Jason Storm. Jason Storm. That was you. At least you were kind about that. You gave him a minute and then you into the fence. Now,
Oh
would
no,
you have
dude,
been?
he falls for mind games every time.
Well, now if
He's
you would
not
have
there.
threw him in the, now, I have a question for you, Mr. Champ. If you would have threw him in the fence and the fence broke, would who would have been responsible for the property bill there?
Yeah, James Taylor.
That's a good one.
James
You know what? Touche. Because I'll tell you what, it wasn't going to be me. I wasn't going to be responsible for that, thank God. But, he might have wanted my bank account instead. But we'll move on. We'll definitely move on. But, these just, this is a slobber knocker here, to quote Jim Ross. And there's Darkron, just throws out his brother. And he has no qualms about doing that to his brother. Just no qualms. But there you go. You're dealing with punches with Mr. Kron. Yeah, Mr. Kron.
He punches pretty hard.
And yeah, how about that kick there, Mr. Kron?
I wasn't getting kicked in the head. I know what that does to somebody.
Oh, well, you especially, but boy, that was a nice jackhammer there. Goldberg, Goldberg.
You know something funny, Tom? That was the first time I ever did a jackhammer.
Well, maybe you could teach Goldberg to do it if we get Goldberg versus Gunther. Maybe for whatever reason, I have no idea why we would get that match, but maybe you're friends with Top Dollar. Maybe you could call Goldberg and tell him how to do the jackhammer.
Yeah, maybe if he was signed to a WWE contract and I could afford his booking fee.
Well, wait a minute. You got James Taylor signing you to that big ROW contract, I thought.
No, I meant if Top Dollar was.
That's a different.
He's in TNA. But he probably could know what's going on. I heard he's been backstage in NXT a lot. So
well, you know what? We'll move away from NXT stuff because I'm talking ROW, and there's Matthew Forsaken.
All good.
And there's Big Man Cam about to just take one brother down and another brother down, and that was a pretty devastating chokeslam. 1, 2, 3, boys. So you're at 2-0 against the Forsaken Kron brothers. DKW, you beat DKW single-handedly. So does that mean now in another promotion you're undefeated?
Technically, in ROEW, I'm undefeated, except for Alex Cross. And
DKW, you're undefeated technically because they're DKW members. Get it?
Oh yeah, I'm undefeated there too, I suppose.
Darkron's gonna shoot me for this. He's gonna really shoot me for that one there. Mr. Kron's already not happy with me, but your arm looks like it's not happy. But there is the birthday boy. Those punches, he kissed that fist there. He's definitely
tried to kiss me.
Well, I think that's between Mr. Storm and Mr. Black. I think you can,
you're right.
Yeah, I forgot. Between those two, I think you could, figure out other plans. But obviously, Mr. Black is clutching his. It looks like his in between chest and stomach, and obviously, we're watching here the ROEW 6-pack challenge for the 1,000 subscriber special to crown a new world champion in ROEW. And my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. Your voice, figuratively and literally, where all wrestling matters. We're here with the man who ends up winning this match. That is Big Man Cam. He is the new ROEW champion. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. In about 15 or so minutes, I'll have a surprise for Mr. Big Man Cam. I'll also have some announcements. I've got a major announcement. I got some things to plug. So a lot to talk about tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I cannot thank everybody enough for your support. 300 plus people subscribed to Sportswire Radio yesterday. So thank you so much for your support. But in the meantime, the good guy and Jason Storm are just tag teaming. Whoop, there it is against C Money. Boy, here we go. CJ Black is going off the top rope. Doesn't look like he got it. Whoop, there it is.
Ate the mat.
Yeah, he ate the mat. Definitely whoop, there it is. And the good guy then eats that. Now, what did you think about this? Yet again, another situation between two brothers, I would think. And just, that was tough to watch. I know you've been there with them. And just, what do you think? What do you make of that? What do you think?
I certainly think Jason has no true loyalty to anybody. I think ever since he lost his mind, he does not have that capability of loyalty to any sort of person.
And you found that out firsthand when you were in BYW.
Yeah, 100%. He plays them off as accidents, like he tried to with me earlier in the match. Like, oh, it was his fault. It was his fault. No.
And then we see a history repeat itself with you and C Money because you've defeated C Money in the past, and C Money's doing everything he can. But you're Big Man Cam, size 6'17" with a 39-foot shoe. Is your shoe size 39, by the way, actually?
No, it's actually 13.
What? Wait a minute. You're only a size 13? I thought you're like size 18.
Depends on the shoe, actually. I can wear 13s, 13 wide, or 14.
So what do you like on an airplane if you've been on a plane before? You like the Big Show, or you like Shaquille O'Neal, or you like The Undertaker, or you like Kane, all these other big guys that go on a plane? Do you like 2 seats when you're on the plane, or what? Legitimate question.
I've never been on a plane. I hope to never be on a plane.
You know, it's funny you said that. It's funny you said that. I was on a plane once. The only time we were growing up in Brooklyn, we went on a vacation. We went to Florida, and the plane wouldn't land going back for 3 hours. And I've been terrified to go on a plane since. Terrified. Terrified. I'm like, I feel like I'm going to die on a plane if I go back on it.
Me too. Everybody says it's a lot safer than driving, but what if I'm that one in a billion?
You and I are on the same page. I could be in the car for hours, but C Money right now is trying to get back on you for hours, but it's so far not working there, and you're definitely taking it there. That was a swift kick there. That was a swift kick.
Oh, it very much was. Knocked me pretty good.
I could see that. You were definitely
that was full shin.
Oh, that's got
that full shin to the face.
And how about that little running drop kick there by C Money?
Well, luckily I was holding my shoulder, and my shoulder was in pain. So,
and Zilla wants to say breaking
news. Hurt a lot more.
I will get to everybody in a little while, but Zilla is a size 8 shoe.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Zilla, for confirming that. But C Money is about to confirm going on the top rope, which is where you catch him. It was a good catch there. Maybe that was playing baseball. I don't know, but this here is where it all.
You think you would have learned the first time, though?
Yeah,
I respect C Money, but you think you would have learned the first time not to jump on me?
Well, maybe he just didn't learn. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know. D'Angelo has a comment. We'll get to everybody here. And Zilla actually does feel bad for CJ Black on his birthday. That's very kind of Zilla. Zilla's a class act, by the way. But Big Man Cam, you are definitely treating C Money as if he is not a class act. But that kick, he kicks. I don't know how he does it with his kicks, by the way.
They hurt.
I mean, what was he thinking? He was trying to get you up for, I guess, a fireman's carry to maybe go into an F5, but not really a wise move there, don't you think?
No.
Didn't work.
I don't know what he was trying to do.
Was that maybe just a bad accident? I don't know, but you won, and you're about to get the belt, the richest prize in our circuit. And just what's going through your mind right now when you've got this championship, other than the pain you're feeling right now?
Honestly, it was one of the greatest feelings I've had in my wrestling career so far. It's definitely up there with the first C Money match. The first C Money match, I'd say, is one of my highlights. One of my best work matches, I think. And then starting ALW and this, and that's not in any particular order.
And I'm going to get to ALW moments. And to be a champion in the 1,000 subscriber show, it's pretty cool. If you think about it, right?
Oh, 100%.
ROEW gets to 1,000, and that's a really obviously tremendous feat. We celebrated that on Sportswire, and you win the title on their 1,000 subscriber show.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool feeling.
Yes, it was a very cool feeling, and I'm glad to be the ROEW champion.
And we're glad to have you as the champion. I mean, all kidding aside, we love Big Man Cam on Sportswire. I mean, I don't know why anybody wouldn't, but I got to ask you, what was the first thing you did with the championship?
Well, if you finish the video real quick, I held it up and I kissed it.
Well, I meant when you went home afterwards. You take it home?
Oh, when I went home?
Family and friends, yeah.
Oh, I let my girl and son hold it. My son
loves that. Well, yeah, I know you've been champion before in other places, but what was that feeling to see your family get to hold a world championship of this magnitude in ROEW? What was that like for you?
It was okay. So when I first walked in with it, I actually had it on my shoulder because I had my bags and stuff to carry.
Sure.
I made a little stop at the flower shop, and I had that in the other hand. So I walk in, and it's my girlfriend's mom's boyfriend, and he said, "Lucha champion?" And I said, "See." So, and he was like, "Yeah." So that was the first interaction I had. But my son and girlfriend were asleep, so I laid down for the night, and then I showed them the next morning. And
That's pretty cool.
my son was all over this thing. He was looking at this thing. He had both hands on it, and then he tried to bite it, and then I took it. I was like, no way. And then he cried. So he wants to be ROW champion someday too.
But right now, you're going to be holding that ROW championship for decades.
100%.
Because at this point, considering the roster, I don't know who would stop you. Really, legitimately.
And we can bring people in too, but I'll just run through them too.
I would certainly
every
say
guy that gets in my way.
I would say if it was me in the shoes of the other individuals, I would run the other way. See, I would actually rather run the other way, or I would do what I would normally do. I would just pay you. Can you just win the match and I'll forfeit or something?
Easy payday.
That's what we try to do on Sportswire. But okay, first of all, this is the ROW. This is their YouTube page. I know we have some new people here, some different people. Please go out there and sub to our friends at ROW. I like everybody to do that. Would make my day. But I do have one announcement first before I get to some people in the chat, because I want to get to everybody in the chat. My first announcement is that we're going to have a new member of the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame, but it's a different member. It's, usually, it's a wrestler we induct in the Hall of Fame or an athlete, but this person is really very special and very important to the platform. And there's a couple of reasons why this person is very important, because this person was the individual that actually got us to the 1,000 subscriber milestone, the magic number, especially yesterday. In fact, this woman went out of her way on her own time and decided she was going to plaster the Sportswire Radio YouTube page all throughout some of the neighborhoods of Brooklyn, southern Brooklyn, in particular places like Brighton Beach, Sheepshead Bay, Manhattan Beach. She's also got an event coming up 2 weeks from this Sunday that we're going to obviously sponsor and celebrate here on Sportswire Radio. But I want to announce it. I want to kill two birds with one stone when I make this major announcement, because we're going to celebrate the 1,000 subscriber milestone for Sportswire Radio. We're going to do that next Sunday night in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage. Yes, we're going to go up against the NFL, and I know we're going to beat the NFL when it comes to the ring, because after all, you put Sportswire Radio over the 1,000 subscriber milestone. We're going to do it at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm going to induct the newest member of the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame and community advocate, Angela Pink. Angela Pinkasoff, if I could say her name and her real name, Angela Pinkasoff. This woman who's been an advocate for a long time. She's done different things, different places. She's been very influential in the Brooklyn neighborhoods, especially in places like Sheepshead Bay, Manhattan Beach, Brighton Beach, Trump Village, Luna Park, Warbass, Brightwater, all these wonderful places with these wonderful people. She is the reason that Sportswire Radio got over the 1,000 subscriber milestone. As a matter of fact, she got Sportswire Radio nearly 200 people in those communities to not only watch Sportswire yesterday, but to tune in. So in recognition of that, when we have the big 1,000 subscriber show next Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, I know you'll join me for that, and a heck of a lot of people from my past. There's a big past I got. By the way, a lot of background checks going to be needed for my past. But don't worry, I'll pass that, because I haven't done anything that would put me on the registry. So don't you worry, Big Man Cam. You don't put your foot in front of my face. Angela can definitely vouch for me on that. But Angela, you're going in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Thank you for all of your support, especially getting all those people to hit that sub button for Sportswire Radio. We're forever grateful for that. We definitely thank you for your support. We thank you for all of your hard work. And also to celebrate that, I want to put it up on the screen one more time, because she's got an event which I'm going to be there for coming up on October the 27th at the Shorefront Y over at 3300 Coney Island Avenue, right by Coney Island and Brighton Beach Avenue. Yours truly is a sponsor of it. Not only am I a sponsor, Big Man Cam, and Big Man Cam, you know how I do things on Sportswire. I don't just buy one thing, I buy two things. So I'm donating not one, but two tickets to this cause, because it's going to be an event that benefits the Russian community. The Russian community, they put Sportswire Radio over the top. They put Sportswire Radio over the finish line, and Sportswire Radio knows its supporters. And Angela definitely deserves it. She's putting together an event that's going to be held again at the Storefront Y on 3300 Coney Island Avenue. And Alina Grapel is going to be singing some stuff that I'm sure a lot of people will tune into. It's going to be called The Soul of South Brooklyn Music. That's right, the soul of South Brooklyn music. And I never forget my home communities. I never forget the people that support me. I never forget those, every single one of you. But this woman, she really went above and beyond her means to get 200 people to subscribe to Sportswire Radio. So last week, a door might have closed with one promotion, but now we got an even bigger promotion because the Russian community, the Russians, yay for the Russians. The Russians, they watch Sportswire. The Russians, they made sure that they support those who support them. And Angela definitely did that. She went above and beyond her means, and we're going to make sure that she gets rewarded for that. We're going to put her in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. We're going to honor her event. We're going to give her a nice certificate. We're going to give her a proclamation with my John Hancock Big Man Cam, and we'll do that next Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time in prime time on all Sportswire radio platforms. So congratulations, Angela. Thank you for our efforts. Thank you for your hard work. I appreciate it very much. And we are proud to support the Soul of South Brooklyn music event and put you into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame where you belong. So we'll take that off the screen. It's time for me to read some of the chat before I bring you the first surprise for you tonight. Let me do that here. First of all, Zilla's been waiting for 45 minutes to say hello to you. Hi to the real RWW World Champion Big Man Cam, and I respect the real RWW World Champion Big Man Cam. It seems like Zilla's now on the side of, I guess, the people you wouldn't expect, but that's the case with Zilla. Thank you. Kind words. I appreciate that very much. And she acknowledges and she bows down to you. You don't have to bow down to Big Man Cam. You can acknowledge him.
No need to bow down, but I appreciate that. It's a respectful gesture.
I'll bow down for you. We'll bow down for you. We're having fun on Sportswire. Yes, we are friends with the IMF U.S. champion Anthony Steele, but he's not. He was here yesterday, Zilla. He was here yesterday, but Big Man Cam is back on Sportswire. D'Angelo Flame, who, by the way, is in New York, and D'Angelo is going to be here. He's going to be here tomorrow afternoon because we are celebrating Shock's party. He has his own event, Shocky Boy, with a whole bunch of the guys. They're here tomorrow afternoon. D'Angelo is going to be here, but unfortunately, D'Angelo's in the other end of the state. I'm in New York City. He's in Buffalo. That's almost like apples and oranges. For you, Big Man Cam, it's like Canada. You might want to go. You might want to go to Canada. We'll leave. We're not going to tell people why you might want to go to Canada, but there we go. My former employer is here. You think he should have fired me sooner, Steven Saperson? He probably should have fired me, right? Sooner, right? another employer that
should have done it sooner so we could have had Sportswire. I would have grown up watching Sportswire too, along with GTS and there was one Australian promotion I used to watch. It was some guy named like Ollie something.
Well, you want to laugh? You want to laugh? I actually am friends with, considered to be the female Australian version of Mike Tyson, Susie Q. Hammond. I interviewed her almost 4 years ago. That was kind of
nice.
Yep. Yeah. And she definitely you wouldn't have guessed the way that she looks. Like she could hit like that, but she can hit like that. Trust me.
I believe it.
Yeah, we'll move on from that though. But yes, hi to the real raw energy, D'Angelo the Flame. Yes, hello Zilla. Yes, thank you. Yes, Barry Gutman's in the house. I got a big plug for Barry in a little while. Shout out to my boy Barry Gutman. Barry is obviously big country. Barry Gutman, good old big country. I want to say hello to my guest tomorrow, the LBYW champion from Bismarck, North Dakota, Napalm, the American Badass. He's here 9:00 Eastern time. And he wants to say congratulations to you as well.
Hey, thank you, Napalm. I appreciate that, brother.
Napalm's a good man, serves our country as well. A good man. We have LBYW Day on Sportswire tomorrow. Very excited about that. And yes, get well, Barry. Barry's been dealing with some sugar issues, and hopefully less sugar, more Sportswire coverage. We'll move on. Yeah, we'll move on. You're going to give me the hook. And Angela's here. She's laughing. And
hey, Angela.
Yes, we love Angela. Yeah, we love Angela. Mr. Darkron is here. How you doing,
Mr.
Darkron? Yes, the tattoo's coming eventually. Eventually, it's coming. It's eventually coming. It'll come in. It'll come in the next few weeks. Unfortunately, I'm married to sports.
You gotta do a little vlog on that and upload it.
Luke Leyland's. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I will get the tattoo. I think I'm gonna get like a small one though of the NEW logo. I don't have a tattoo. I mean, I've never got one. I don't know if it's like. Am I gonna like get? They used to, years ago, they used to say you would get like AIDS if you got a tattoo. I don't know if you've ever heard.
Yeah, if you shared needles.
Well, I never shared a needle, obviously. I remember my dad saying,
completely sterile.
I remember he said it years ago. If you get a tattoo, you can get AIDS. And I was like, we weren't getting tattoos. I know you think like the way I look, but it was like, I know. AIDS. But this was 25 years ago, big man.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. My dad doesn't matter. I can say anything I want now. My mom's not listening to this part of the show. She'll be listening probably later, but that's okay. We say hello to her eventually. But yes, you deserve it, big man Cam. Yes.
Thank you, Zilla.
Speaking of surprises, you just wait for that one. No comment.
What's up, Yoshi?
Mr. Ragface is here. Mr. Ragface will be in the ring for you guys tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I wish him luck. He's going up against Justin, a former world champion.
Yes.
So he's got a lot of competition to get through.
I might be rooting for Ragface in that match for obvious reasons, but we'll move on. It was so long ago, I don't even know where we go. Yes, hi to Yoshi. Congratulations, big man. You got away from BYW.
Yes, I did. I don't need them.
Well, obviously, you have the world championship. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, they're not here to confirm or deny that. I need to see this tattoo. Yes, we're going to put it on Sportzwire. I will get it. You just got to give me some time. I actually didn't think I was getting 1,000 subscribers until next month. But again, Angela decided we're getting it to yesterday. It's actually Zilla's the one that alerted me. She was like, Tom, you're at 987 subscribers. Well, just
not your subs. This comment.
Oh, okay. Well, you could.
Good for your subs. This is for your subs.
I want to say hello to my buddies in Roseburg, Oregon. Coming up Monday, it's BTW Day. Jacob Frost, Swift, BES. You should check out BTW sometime. They are a kick-ass promotion, and everybody's clean there.
Hello, BTW.
They pass the background checks. They have no, ROs there. SROs there. No SROs there.
RSOs.
You would know the term. Yeah. Thank you. SRO. I got that term wrong. As you could tell, I passed the background check. Yes. And Zilla is a Sinners fan. So that's a different promotion. Tonight's ROEW. Thank you, though, Zilla, for confirming that. Want to say hello to my buddy Chase Wakefield. Chase was watching.
What's up, Wakefield?
He messaged me on Instagram. He's actually having, for his wedding, he's having a wrestling show. You ever thought about doing that? You would
Okay, I didn't think about doing that because I've never gotten with somebody that likes wrestling as much as I do. But I said the one thing I want is I want somebody, like, how they ask at weddings, they're like, speak now or forever hold your peace, yada, yada, yada.
It's funny. I wanted to do that when my mother got married 4 months ago, remarried. People were looking at me and I wanted to say it, but I couldn't do it because I would get.
Oh no, I wanted somebody to rush me and me start beating the hell out of them.
I wanted to say, can we not get married? Well, my mother's hope is not watching this. Oh, if she watches this part, I'll be dead. But that's okay. I think she knew anyway, but it's okay. I did congratulate her, so it was all right. I didn't say anything. I congratulated the individual that married my mother. We'll move on here. Let's just move on. Hello, Zilla. Yes, big man Cam, you're not a bully. Thank you, Zilla.
That's right.
I respect. No. I respect big man Cam. Well, he meant to say big man Cam. No matter if he's a heel or face. Good answer.
What man Cam?
No, he actually. No, he said big. He said big.
I know. I just read it. That's funny. Butt man Cam.
Well, let's not give those RSOs an idea from the other show list.
Oh, that's my Diddy Party nickname.
We're not going to bring that up, especially now that we know the Russians in Brooklyn watch Sportswire now. We're not going to do that now. We're not going to certainly not do that. Want to say hello to Steven Stone over in Resurrection Wrestling. Wants to congratulate me and say hello to Big Man Camp. Thank you.
What's up, Steven? How's it going?
Jack Spade is here next Sunday. Jack Spade and Ronnie Brady's in the house. Barry Gutman's giving me emojis. I don't know what the emojis for. What are the emojis for? I don't know. We'll move on. Okay, thank you, Barry. I'll get to your plug in a minute. I have a plug for Barry in about 5 minutes. We'll plug. D'Angelo says with 13, WTH 13.
He said, "What the hell, 13?" Man,
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on, D'Angelo.
I'm a hold a size.
Oh, talking about shoes.
Oh, well, actually, I'll tell you my size. I'm a 10.5.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, I'm average. I'm 6 foot. So I'm like,
There's my feet. That's
Thank you, big man Cam. The Russians in Brooklyn are watching Sportswire now.
I'm
God
sorry.
forbid. They go da da ah. They go da 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 da. Then they go babushka babushka. And they go spokojny. And then they all of a sudden going to start cursing in Russian. We'll have Putin after us if the way things are going. Putin will be after us. The KGB will be after us. Sportswire. They could be now. I mean, obviously they know us in Russia. I mean, they know us in Russia now. Congratulations to Big Man Cam becoming the new real ROEW World Heavyweight Champion.
Thank you, Zilla.
Good Dad Cam. Good Dad Cam.
That's right. Good Dad Cam. Bad Dad Cam did never. I'm sorry. I've been up since 4 a.m.
I could see that, and I know this is good. I know we're going to try to get through this as quick as we can. Congratulations.
No, you're okay.
Okay, well, then never mind.
Yes. I got the energy. I'm just slurring.
That's okay. Well, I'll talk for you, which is okay. I can do that pretty well. Yes, Angela got the win.
Yes.
Hell yeah, Angela's an American badass. Boy, I'm sure out there, if some of her political enemies, like Assemblyman Alec Bokrasny, Councilwoman Ina Vernikoff, they would have heart attacks right now if they heard that. Oh my goodness, they would. Marco Kepi would have a heart attack hearing about that. He might have one anyway, Marco Kepi. But we'll leave that for a different show and a different time. But I will give a shout out to Marco Kepi. The other two individuals, I will not give a shout out to. But Angela thanks us. And when is Zilla going in the Hall of Fame? It's funny. I would like to have Zilla in the Hall of Fame, but Zilla doesn't want to come on Sportswire. I've offered Zilla to come on Sportswire, so we should do that, I think, in the next few weeks. Who in the chat would want Zilla in the Hall of Fame? Raise your hands in the chat.
Not in the chat, but I'm here. But
put your hand up for it. Yes. And thank you, Angela. Yes, we thank Angela. And one day she did that. Yeah, you're looking good, Big Man Cam. Thank you, Ragface, for telling us that.
Thank you, Ragface. You look pretty cute, too.
Yeah. Game over. Game over. Barry's funny. We love everybody. Yes, Angela. We love you on Angela. And
we love Angela now, too.
She was actually, she was. When I started this 6 years ago, she was probably probably her and maybe my brother. Maybe and Rob Maraska might have been like the first people that listened to me on Skype. You know how long ago I started? I was on Skype. I started on Skype. That's how long ago I started. I was on Skype and I was on SoundCloud. We'll mention that when you make fun of me in the 1,000 subscriber show next Sunday. We'll talk about that.
I have a song on SoundCloud, but nobody will ever find it.
I'm on SoundCloud still. I might find it. But speaking of people that have found us, Ox McCoy, who certainly is always finding Omen Black to give him some blood. But thank you for that. Hi to my
boy.
We have a lot of people want to talk to you. Let's see. D'Angelo gives. Yes, raising hands for Zilla. Yes. And we're not going to repeat the Buttman Cam comment, but Yoshi says hello for that. And holy crap. Yeah. Her first interview is going into the Hall of Fame. And speaking of people that do want to say something, James Taylor.
What's he mad about?
I don't know. You tell me.
Hey kid, what are we doing? What are we doing in the stream right now? Alabama, TikTok, Poncho.
I think he's from Texas.
There can't be no other way.
Yeah, he is from, he is that. And we see that people are actually now, more people are tuning in now when they hear James Taylor's name. And speaking of management, our friends yesterday's show from the island, blueberry slushy with nerds in it. Remind me again, was that you in the chat that put that out there? Was it you?
Tom, hey, can you remind me of that off stream and I will explain that whole thing to you?
Yes, let's please not do this on the stream. Because now that we know that the Russians in Brooklyn are watching Sportswire. We know that we have prominent community leaders watching Sportswire.
Yeah.
And we also know that next Sunday, I am sure a lot of my former employers are going to probably show up on Sportswire to probably fire me again, which is going to be good, right? I'm going to get fired again on Sportswire. Isn't it going to be great? I mean, it's going to be great, right?
It'll be beautiful.
How many people, though, can say proudly that their former employers can come on Sportswire and fire? That shows you, I'm a classy guy, by the way. How many people would actually get a chance to have something like that? But let's get to some more comments before I get to the eventual surprise. Speaking of people that'll always have something to say, Cameron, a man of many words and even more strange actions. Too bad you guys are going to miss each other right here tomorrow. I hear from a birdie that you guys aren't going to see each other down in Marion.
Yeah, he's too busy playing scissor guy. I don't know. Sweeney Todd, is that what it is? I don't know.
Well, Let me get to a few more comments. I just fixed my lights. There's a lot of people here want to tune in, but Angela said the Russians are here.
The Russian dude. Have you ever seen that video, Tom? It's a.
I wouldn't be able to comment on that because of the political work I've done. Obviously, Angela would know. We have Stephen Saperstein, former state senator Marty Golden, former Congressman Michael Grimm, all those elected officials. The Russian community put them in office. So for me to say anything negative about the Russians would be
it's not
like
negative. It was a video of this kid in like a Fortnite shirt or whatever, and he was like talking to this girl, and he was like,
so that wasn't like when Steven Seagal went
doing this.
So that wasn't like when Steven Seagal met with Putin in Russia, right? Okay, we'll move on. We'll move on. We'll move on. Okay, let me get to this here. And we have a binary code, which was yesterday's show in the IMF, but I definitely won't, let you be worried about a code. But it stumped even Anthony Steele yesterday.
I like that. That's actually a very good idea. The nameless one. The
nameless one.
I love cryptic stuff like that.
You do?
I do. I think that's kind of cool. Now, I don't know if anybody knew this, but a few months back, I had actually posted something on my Instagram story. It was just a bunch of flashing lights.
I don't remember. Did you tag me in it? Everybody tags me on Instagram.
This was before I started tagging you and stuff. But if anybody remembers that was a Morse code, and it said, "I'm coming for you, Jack Delta."
Well,
but nobody ever got it, so I figured I can reveal that right now. That was me trying to be cryptic, and it worked because nobody messaged me about it, and I didn't even think about it till seeing this. So it was just something people thought was not worth their time when it could be, when it could have been. All right, but I like that, the nameless one, that and all that binary code. I might try and decode that.
Well, that's been the whole thing in the IMF. They've been stumped over. They've been stumped. They've been stumped. There's a famous rock DJ, Eddie Trunk, and he used to have a game called Stump the Trunk, and that's kind of like right now what's going on in the IMF. He hosted a show called That Metal Show on VH1 for a while, and he would have a thing called Stump the Trunk. And it seems like that this nameless one is stumping everybody in the IMF, including even Anthony Steele. But we'll leave that at that. And Zilla would like to be in the Hall of Fame, and I would like to make that happen. So Zilla, we have to come up with a date. You have to tell me that you need to be in the Hall of Fame. And I want to say hello to Ashley. Ashley, formerly from XCW. Like I say, it's a binary code. I want to say hello to my boys for tomorrow at Shock's Party. The guys are going to be here tomorrow afternoon. Mickey Vargas, Stefan Havoc's going to be here. Shocky Boy, D'Angelo LaFlame, Jake Dvorak's going to be here. Gabe Sayers, a slew of them. So we'll definitely go into that. The Russians in Brooklyn sound very ominous. Yeah, it's ominous, but we have ominous comments here. He was happy about his slushie. Thank you, D'Angelo, for confirming. Yes, very excited about the party. Cam, you definitely said you couldn't make it because I'm going to have a bunch of the guys tomorrow. I would have loved to have seen you there. Yeah, it would have been.
Would have been great. I got so much going on in life, man.
Well, don't worry. I'm going to have about 10 of the guys
I would make every show.
I'm excited about tomorrow afternoon. You got to be here somewhere, figure between 1 and 2 o'clock in the Eastern time. So if you're watching college football, put the game on mute, and I'll be
worry about that with me. I don't watch football.
Really? Okay, good
there.
Thank you for confirming that. Okay, you know what? I got a major surprise for you, and it's a big surprise. And there's a lot of surprises in store tonight, but let me give you this first surprise because we got a champion here, and it's not James Taylor. James Taylor is not here right now, so let me give you this surprise. You sure, though? You sure you want this surprise?
Yeah, sure.
You sure? Did you find
Throw it at me.
Oh, my God! It's the Oyabun, the Shogun, the 16-time Wrestling Zero, undisputed champion, Yoshi Matsuda. Mr. Matsuda.
おかえり、皆さん。おかえり。こんにちは、カムさん。僕は、松田義松、将軍と松田組、プロセルゼロ、アンデスピューティドチャンピオン、G-O-A-T。おはようございました。 It's a pleasure.
Oh, my God. Mr. Matsuda. I'm Matsuda.
Ohayou gozaimashita. Again, Cam, a surprise indeed. It's a pleasure to meet you, my friend.
Hey, pleasure to meet you too, buddy. How's it going?
I am good. Currently,
Glad to hear
obviously,
This is good.
fighting a war on my own
First
front.
now we've had the Russians, we've had the Australians, the Japanese. I mean, what else is next? God help us. Mr. Matsuda, the floor is yours, champ.
Well, Cam, obviously you've seen what I've said in the past few months, past few weeks. I'm coming to the United States. Now, I'm not here out of disrespect because I've paid attention to ROEW. And there's a title around your shoulder that I'm very interested in chasing. Now, Cam, we are both stars in our own right. Music in my world, TikTok in yours. If James Taylor allows, and if our paths collide, I would love to go one-on-one with the man himself.
I would gracefully accept that challenge, sir. You are more than welcome to come to Michigan.
Pleasure.
Now that's a James Taylor decision on my end, but I'm all on board with that, man. Let's do it.
Let's make it happen.
Oh my
Let's
God.
do it.
If Kumiko allows it, if Kumiko's health is well, I will make this challenge happen. And on my decree as Shogun, I have one more thing to say before I leave for a match today. If and when the Japanese legend himself arrives, I don't ask for a red carpet. I don't ask for respect. All I ask is that you look me in the eye, man to man, and we put on the best banger of a match that this world and the heavens have ever seen.
You got it. I'll give you all that, man.
A pleasure, my
All
friend.
respect here.
Thank you. And again,
All
Tom,
around, man.
congratulations on 1K, my friend. I've got a song for you coming soon.
Oh, I told you they were going to be dropping bars over me.
Ooh.
I told you the roast is coming. I told you everybody.
Oh, I'm not dissing you, my friend. I'm dropping a song in honor of
Oh,
you.
well, you could drop a bar against me. It's okay. I wouldn't hold it against you. You
No, I can't do that. Someone that's been so respectful.
That's okay. I mean, listen, it's okay.
Now, Cam, I wanted to say congratulations on the title win. You know, you fought hard. You did
Appreciate that.
absolutely amazing. You're a testament to the industry. I mean, I've never seen anyone like you. The way you carry yourself, the way you were able to merge the worlds of professional wrestling and the social media side of things. There is a artistry to that in itself. And I want to say, keep being the industry's standard. Because every time I watch one of your matches, I walk in there and I sit down and I look and I do my homework. Because at the end of the day, I'm a strategist. I'm a shogun. I'm a warlord. Tactics is my forte. Now I must leave. I'm yet to go and run havoc in PXW. I'm putting my title on the line tonight, so let's see if I walk out champ. Men, I wish you the best of luck. Cam, I hope to see you soon.
Before you go, if you are here right now, Wrestling Zero's got 98 subscribers. I want them to get to 100 right now. I got some new people here that are tuned in. Go to wrestling_XERO on Instagram. YouTube, also wrestling_XERO. So right now, you see this YouTube channel up. I want them right now to get to 100 subscribers. So if you haven't yet hit that sub button for Wrestling Zero, please go out there and support Mr. Matsuda. Please go out there and support Ace Reed and Rob Ryan and everybody else there that's involved in Wrestling Zero, especially for Kumi. We love Kumi. We're praying for Kumi. And it's wrestling_XERO right now on that YouTube channel. Hit that sub button for me. So please go out there. Let's get them to 100 subscribers right now on Sportzwire Radio. Mr. Matsuda, I just want to give you that little plug. I know you're a busy man getting obviously ready to take over the world. And
well, I mean, look,
I want to see what the chat has to say because I know they're probably popping off that I've appeared.
Actually, they are popping off. Yes, actually, they are. First of all,
let's go to them. I mean,
yeah, let's go. We'll go to the chat. If you want to speak for the chat, they would love to see you. Yeah, I mean, D'Angelo LaFlame says, "Shogun, Shogun, Shogun, Shogun."
You got LaFlame chanting. I like that.
Ashley, who used to be XCW's ring announcer, says, "Oh snap!" And she says that really reading the newspaper. She really does read the newspaper like that. I know her very well. Zilla wants to say hi and to the well. That's a different show. Zilla got the wrong one here. Ox McCoy says, "What a voice on Yoshi! What a voice on Yoshi!"
It's always an intriguing voice, I must say.
Yes, and also here. Hi to the Wrestling Zero champion.
Sorry, I had to scare you a bit, Zilla. You know, I did say last time that I wasn't champ. There's a lot to explain, but it'll be explained in time.
And I have one more comment I'm specifically told to put out there from the nameless one. And this code, this binary code, it says the door has opened. What hides behind it?
Well, I mean, Open Doors is happening in November, so
maybe are you the wait a minute? You mean to tell
me?
Hey,
I'm not the nameless one. Who said I was?
I was like, wow,
I'm not that smart. Jeez. I live on combat, not computers. It took like half the hungus to set up this quick communication system.
I was intrigued.
Well, I mean, it's rather another code that like stumps us all. It's the door has opened. What hides behind it? The door has opened. What hides behind it? And Mr. Matsuda is not the person, but Mr. Matsuda, ladies and gentlemen, is coming to the United States in less than 2 months. And if it all works out, you just heard it tonight on Sportswire Radio, that Yoshimatsu Matsuda could very well have a match that could change the trajectory of the backyard, the underground wrestling circuit, the Wrestling Zero undisputed champion, the Shogun, the Oyabun, the leader of Clan Matsuda, and Big Man Cam, the ROW World Champion. It's all in their hands. Could we very well see something that will change the trajectory of our circuit like never seen before? If the stars align, maybe, just maybe, we'll get that match. And that match will never be the same from ever again. I don't know if it'll happen, but both men agreed tonight, if there's a will and a way, it will happen.
Hey, if not in America, the doors are open in Zero.
Ooh. By the way, congratulations, Mr. Matsuda. We're at 101 subscribers.
Nice.
This is what we do. You help me. Listen, everybody, you help me. You got me to 1,000. I'm going to make sure I take care of the people that helped me first. So I want to make sure I never forget that. So you got 101.
What's single? Matida.
Be a new subscriber. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. See, congratulations, Mr. Matsuda. You can come back. You can now, if you want to drop the disc bar on me, you can now. Actually,
no, I'm not going to. No, that's saved for all the anime rappers. Let's,
Well, okay. Well, I know you have to run. I'm going to let you run because you know you have to go do some important things in PXW.
I have a big match tonight. I won't say against who, but when it drops,
please don't, because I'm sure I'll get a chance to watch it. Hopefully, when it airs, and we'll bring the guys back on. And I know we're talking off the air. We'll talk about that off the air. And Mr. Matsuda,
again, thank you so much for having me.
Much respect, man.
Pleasure to meet you. If this match doesn't happen, I would love to do something with you one day, even on social media, just to merge the worlds. This is an honor in itself.
Thank you, Mr. Matsuda.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Sportswire. I appreciate you all. Arigato.
Thank you. He said thank you. I think he said thank you in Japanese, right? So what'd you think there, real quick, before I go on and have more surprises? What'd you think?
I liked it. It was definitely a surprise. Did not know he was coming on here at all. Very well spoken.
He was watching you. Actually, no joke. He was watching the show, and he was like, "I got to come on and say something." He actually it was not planned at all. We were actually like, he messaged me on Instagram, and it was like, "I got to speak to Big Man Cam."
No worries. Yeah, you know I'm more than welcome to have anybody in here.
But this one was special. This was a special one.
Very special.
Very special.
There's a lot of magic there, man.
The stars could align. You never know. The stars could really align, and it could be something special. I really hope it will be. I mean, it's just time will wind up in telling. I just hope that we get a chance to see that. That would be a lot of fun. It would definitely be something that I think the people would like to see. And I do have another plug, which we'll get to in a minute. But let's talk about ALW in a minute. Obviously, we got a big show coming up here. I want to put that up on the screen. Let's talk about that for a few minutes while I get to my next plug. And tell us for the audience, what can we expect here? Because I have this right up on the screen. You know I got to promote ALW. And we have a big show coming up here for the International Championship. And we've got Kay, Justin, Rag, Face, and Holden. We've got the first match between Kay and Holden. And we've also got Justin and Ragface. So tell us, what can we expect coming up tomorrow at the latest ALW show?
You can definitely expect blood. That's almost a guarantee when you hear the name Holden Holloway.
That's true too.
Yeah, 100%. For Justin, you can definitely expect some trash talk to that crowd. He's going to get that crowd going, and he's going to get him mad. He made Judas's dad pretty upset the one show. That was actually kind of funny. I was watching from the back. I play control center over here right now, so I see everything. I loved it. With Kay and Ragface, both are great dudes. Talk to them. They're still very new. I'm looking forward to see what else they can do. They've only had one match here so far. Well, maybe I can't even remember right now.
Well, Kay, I think, right? Didn't Kay have?
Kay's had one. I know for sure he's had one, but I can't remember if Ragface has had two or not.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I know Kay's had one.
No, he had one because we had to take him off the card because he had COVID.
Well, we're sorry about that. But
yeah, so we had to take him off the card. He was not feeling very well.
But how big is this going to be that we're going to crown a new international champion? We know what the international championship has meant so much with Trey Mysticality, and we know the success of having a championship like this, and especially a springboard, I would think, going into the Backyard Havoc, which we'll talk about soon.
Oh, for sure. I think it's going to be a very important night, I'd say, for the ALW history books. I really can't tell you. It's the most unpredictable I think it's been in a while.
And things have been already unpredictable these last few shows in ALW. We saw what's happened in prior shows.
Yeah. I can't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow.
Are you doing announcing again? Are you doing the announcing? When you announce them into the ring?
Unfortunately.
Why not? I was going to ask you, how do you like doing that, but I never asked you. You haven't been here in a while. You like doing that?
I don't like doing it because it's
a
task I got to deal with. So what I do, I'm going to explain what I do. So we run it live. There's only one take. That's why anything that gets, messed up or, doesn't look as good, we don't do retapes. And that's one thing I think I took with me from pro training was that you only get one shot to do it. So I was like, why not just do it in front of a live crowd and film it? So that's where that comes from in my playbook. So what I do is I sit in the back. Our camera guy, James, great dude. He doesn't get enough credit. I want to give a shout out to James real quick. James has been at almost every one of our shows. He brings a sound system. He brings his iPad, which we play music off of, and that helps me have a control center. And I want to give a big thank you to James. He records the whole time. He brings all that stuff for us. And overall, great dude. He doesn't get enough credit because he's not wrestling, but we love James. So if I can get a W for James in the chat,
absolutely. Let's go.
W for camera guy James. I want to
love James. Thank you, James. Thank you, James. Thank you, James. Let's go, James. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, we love James. Thank you, James. For your hard work.
I sit there and I have a baby monitor. I use one of my son's baby monitors, so I watch. I sit there on a little screen.
Admit that on Sportzwire. You really shouldn't admit that. But okay,
it's okay. I just want people to feel more in tune and understand where I'm coming from when I do this. So I have that, and then I have the iPad, and then I have to announce. So my timing's got to be like perfect, or it looks horrible. So it stresses me out having to try and get my timing right.
Well, we'll certainly find out. I'm very excited about the show. But if you're here right now, let's go hit the sub button for ALW. I want to get ALW some more subs. We're at 152. Let's get them to 152.
152. Damn, that's not bad.
By the way, silly, when you guys first came on, I think you guys were at like 48 subscribers.
100%.
Well, 48
we gained over 100.
Well, we're 150. Listen, that's what we do. We help those that help us. Look at Wrestling Zero. Wrestling Zero breaks 100 today. I remember when Wrestling Zero first came on with Matsuda, it was like 42 subscribers. And speaking of people from Wrestling Zero, Ace Reed's now another guy that wants to go to ROBW, wants to come to America, and we want to support those. So if you're here right now, go hit that sub button for Big Man Cam's company. I see some people here. I see Mr. Matsuda's back here. I see Ace Reed. I want you to hit the sub button for ALW. I see your employer, James Taylor, is here. Who, by the way, James Taylor was on Instagram with Mr. Matsuda. He was on Instagram yesterday with Mr. Matsuda on Instagram Live. So if you're out there right now, yes, so everybody out there right now, hit the sub button for ALW. I want to get them more subs. I want to get everybody more subs. I want everybody see, I want to pull everybody up. See, I got to 1,000. You know, yes, it was a miracle to the grace of God, but I want to pull everybody else up now. So I want everybody to get to 1,000 and 1,200 and 1,300. So I want to make sure that I support those that support me, because what's the fun in that? There's no I in team. And yeah, we agree. We thank you for all that. So we're very excited about that. And also the show is going to be called ALW Presents Apocalypse. It's going to take place tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern time. And it's going to be at 449 David Street in beautiful Marion, Ohio. It's going to be a beautiful day outside tomorrow. You know, if you're out and about, it's going to be 70 degrees in Marion. So grab your lounge chair, go out. You're going to be able to meet the gang. Everybody's going to be there. Have a good time. It's going to be one of the nice weekends, probably the last one left until it gets cold and dreary, dark, and damp. And so go enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful day. Because think about it. You're going to go to the movie. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Go out to dinner. That's going to definitely cost you out there. I know there's a beautiful lady out there watching me. If I take you out, it's going to cost you, well, it's going to cost me plenty of money because I'm worth it. But it's okay. I can afford it. With the rest of you here, I can afford it. Trust me, I can afford going out to dinner. Angela will know that firsthand. But for sure, you don't have to spend anything but other than a few dollars. Bring your lounge chair, bring the family, and watch some of the very best in the backyard wrestling and underground wrestling circuit. And ALW has to offer. You're going to see Justin, Holden. You're going to see Ragface. You're going to see Kay. You're going to see Big Man Kim doing some announcing, a whole bunch of great stuff. Please support our friends that support us. I cannot stress enough. It is about teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream, and it keeps us all going. So let's support those who support us. Also, that's their Instagram page. Go out there. Here's the Instagram page. All Legendary Wrestling. It's all _legendary_wrestling. And they're a backyard wrestling promotion in Marion, Ohio. So please go out there and support them. And I support those who support us. And before I do anything else, I have some more plugs, because now all of a sudden Big Man can, because now I have 1,000 subscribers. Everybody wants me to plug, but I got to plug my buddy Barry Gutman, because Barry's got a brand new YouTube channel and he's big on Twitch, but now he's on YouTube. And I want everybody to go hit that sub button for Barry. Barry's on Big Country Barry Gutman, Hardcore Gamer Talk Show. That's his YouTube page. Go out there, hit the sub button. I want everybody to hit that sub button for Barry. Barry's got 12. I want to get him to 13. I want to get him to 14. I want to get him to 15, 16, and so on. Because, you know, Big Man can't. Barry's going to take over Sportswire. If you don't want to do it, Barry will take over Sportswire. So let me go and make sure everybody goes out there, hits that sub button for Barry. Barry, we love you. Get well, my man. Hit the sub button for Barry. He's a hardcore gamer. He definitely talks a lot more than me. He knows more about wrestling than me, and he definitely should be in the ring. That's why we call him Big Country Barry Gutman. Go out there, hit the sub button for him, and thank you for that. I'll get to some more plugs in a minute or two. But speaking of which, the Backyard Havoc is coming up there, and I'm excited about that.
Tom, real quick.
Yes, sir.
One more thing on ALW.
Please.
It's actually it's a major announcement for next season.
Okay.
So, Backyard Havoc will officially be the end of our season this year, because it snows here. We don't have indoor places.
I know. I'm in New York. We're getting we have this weekend and next weekend, and it's like,
I don't do cold real well. I hate the cold.
I still wear shorts and a t-shirt in cold weather. Ask Angela. Really, I'm kind of like I consider myself. I don't know if you ever heard of Sammy Hagar, who sang in Van Halen.
I've heard of him.
I'm almost kind of like that lifestyle guy. I could be in shorts and a t-shirt in 10 degrees. I'm just one of those kind of people. That's why they say I'm nuts. But, that's kind of how I am. But I know the weather, unfortunately, is, going to head south, really. Well, north for the cold weather coming up. So we got this weekend and next weekend. That's it,
For sure. But at the start of next season, Now, I know a lot of people have not wanted to come out to ALW because we wrestle on the ground, but that will no longer be a thing because
What do you
next
mean?
season we will have a ring. ALW will be in-ring wrestling next season and on.
Oh my God. You mean to tell me that next season when ALW resumes, that ALW's going to be in a ring and you in a ring? I already just saw what you did in ROBW. You in a ring in ALW? I mean, Judas is going to have his work cut out for him, to say the least, if that's the case.
Well, here's the thing. My match with Judas, I told myself would be my last ground wrestling match. Wrestling on the ground is rough. And as a bigger guy, I don't need my knees clicking more than they already do. So I stopped. But as of next season, I will reinstate myself as a competitor as well.
Oh my God.
So Big Man Cam will be a part of the ALW active roster at Backyard Havoc because it is in-ring from then on out.
My God. Ladies and gentlemen, ALW with a ring with Big Man Cam in the ring. I mean, to quote Ashley, yeah, ALW is moving on up, to quote the Jeffersons, because ALW is really moving on up. Judas in a ring with Trey Mysticality, Holden Holloway, Justin, Ragface K, and Big Man Cam. I mean, if you haven't hit the sub button yet for All Legendary Wrestling, you better go now and get ahead of it. Be ahead of the game. Hit that sub button for them because now they're definitely moving on up. Boy, we are moving on up. And who do I have next Saturday?
Living up to the name, Tom.
I have Justin Parsley and Jack Spade. And speaking of Justin Parsley, by the way, which is a different show, a different time, but this Backyard Havoc is coming up. And what you want to talk about? Because I know I'm going to be on commentary for the championship matches. So, Mr. Big Man Cam, I mean, what's going on with the world of the Backyard Havoc?
Oh, Backyard Havoc. I have a love-hate relationship with it right now. I love the fact that I'm able, with Darkron, keep in mind, if it wasn't for Darkron, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Yes.
But we're bringing all these people together with a common interest, and that's wrestling. So we're just bringing in all these people. I know I sound like a broken record right now. And I think that's the most important thing about it, because the more people that come in from different places, that's more exposure. And that can allow Havoc to keep on happening and having these super shows keep happening. Now, on the negative side of Havoc, oh my. Bookings, cancellations, yada, yada, yada. Getting answers, writing stuff. Time consuming.
Do you have writer's block now?
No, I'm having a big block, man. Oh, it's not that I'm losing interest in it. It's that I don't have time to do it all. I keep trying, but I don't have time. I don't have time to do it all.
Well, let's just hope for the best.
It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be wonderful. Mark my words on that. The show will be great.
Do you have any advice for me on commentary? Do you have any advice for me? Because I've been asking people like as a joke. Do you have any advice for me on commentary?
No. I think you got it down. That's why I asked you.
It's funny because I don't think so at all. Chase Wakefield was here. He's like, just be yourself. And then who did I ask? I think I asked on Wednesday? I asked on Sportswire, and somebody just said, if you don't know, Jacob Frost. He said, if you don't know a move, just keep repeating something. Then Comatose was like, just do what you usually do on Sportswire.
Tom, you realize you commentate matches on here with the person that's in the match. We commentated a match earlier that I was in.
I know that.
You did it just fine.
I know that. I have to ask. James Taylor, I've asked before. Well, all right. Well, I appreciate that because I do know that there's a special woman that is actually watching the show, and she's actually asking why am I doing commentary? And I said, well, because it's the Backyard Havoc, and I want to embarrass myself further on Sportswire. But hopefully, I'm sure she's very embarrassed that I give her a nice shout out. Because after all, now even the ladies are interested. Big Man Cam, the ladies are even interested in me now on Sportswire because now I have 1,000 subscribers. Plus, apparently now there are women that are actually interested in me now because now I actually have followers. So hopefully this person, this lovely young lady, won't be now turned off by the fact that I've just mentioned that. I'm giving her a big shout out. But
it's those chops, man.
Well, no, I think it's the actual number of followers now we have on YouTube. That's what I'm
always been the chops, man.
I think it's the subscribers and the Russians in Brooklyn. The Russians in Brooklyn and the subscribers. The combinations of the Russians. Da Sportswire. Da Pasiba. Pasiba means thank you in Russian, and Prazhalsta means please. Spokoni Noche means good night. So I think that she obviously would like to say good night and don't even mention this and don't even say anything further on it because obviously, she's further turned off. But I won't say who they are, but just say, I hope you'll continue to want to tune in and continue to like me because I'm not quite sure why you would, especially after the way I do things. But, we're different, Big Man Cam, but I'm excited about the Backyard Havoc. But Zilla would like to be in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame next Saturday, and I think that we can do that with Justin Parsley and Jack Spade. Would you like to do that, Zilla? Would you like to be in the Hall of Fame next? It can't be this Saturday because today I already have a guest. We're now in today, but next Saturday, I'm sure that Mr. Parsley and Mr. Spade, they'll be very kind to have you on, and we'll put you in the Hall of Fame. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I want to see Zilla in the Hall of Fame.
I would put Zilla in the Hall of Fame right now, but I'd have to do a speech, and my voice isn't too good right now. And let me get to some comments here. Zilla wants to wrestle. She doesn't know if she wants to wrestle in a ring or a trampoline. Ashley is telling her a trampoline can be dangerous, but it's possible to stabilize the trampoline with tires and planks. Correct. Also, Tom Bryce, know the moves that are focused on the story of the match, which I know nothing about. I know nothing about either. Jack Delta says all the time, I know nothing about wrestling. It's a joke.
You'll be fine.
Jack Delta is just saying that as a joke. Jack, we love Jack on Sportswire. But let me get to a couple plugs. I want to do that before I get to the final thing here. So first of all, let me plug something very important. And if I don't do it, I'm going to feel very bad because I have to put this up on the screen. And I'm going to go right back to OneDrive. I have a couple things I want to take care of. There we go. I got it right here. So first of all, you're a part of something that I want to give a big shout out to. And it is the Miracle on Main Street Diaper and Toy Drive, which is now starting. It's in Waldo, Ohio, and Delaware, Ohio. And it's for new packaged toys for boys and girls ages 1 to 14, sealed packages of diapers, all sizes. Obviously, there's a lot of people who do need them. It's very important. New or gently or used children's books. And if you have any questions, you can give a call at 740-251-7215 or at Walden Miracle Online Mainstream at gmail.com. And Santa will be gifting this coming up on December the 23rd. And I agree. Let's make this holiday season brighter for families in need. You want to talk about this before I make an announcement on this, sir?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and talk about it. So this charity is something that my boss is running. He's been growing out his beard all year so he could play Santa Claus at this. So he's going to dye it white and he's going to be there with all the kids. And I thought that was awesome. So I had mentioned to him, I said, I got a little community myself. I could, advertise this to. And he said, sure, man. Yeah, we could do that. Yada, yada. He said, if anybody has any questions, send him an email, shoot him a text, give him a call. Try not to at night, though. We all had a bad day.
They're not me, right? Well, you can text me 24/7. I hate to disappoint that beautiful young lady that's watching this, but, I don't turn my phone off. I'm like, the guy that used to be like Vince McMahon. You could contact me 24 hours a day, and I might answer. Angela knows, but guy, continue.
Yeah, and it's just something I think that really hits home for him. I don't know. One day at work, he was talking about it. A club had donated like a few $1,000s worth of toys to the drive, and he was kind of happily emotional about it. So I think it hits home for him. I don't know all the details. Not going to ask, but it's something in our community. It's actually the Marion County community that he's running it in. Okay. So Waldo is about 10 minutes down the road from Marion, not very far. It's also the home of the famous bologna sandwich that people or bologna sandwich that people
Is
come all
that
over
where
to
Oscar?
try.
Is that where like the was it Oscar Wiener bologna? Was it Oscar Mayer bologna? Is that
Oh
where
no,
Oscar...
it's a different kind of bologna that they
Oh.
get it shipped in from Germany, I think.
Oh, okay.
And it's world famous, I guess. Gordon
Well, you
Ramsay's
know what?
been there.
I
I
do
think.
like when I once in a while have a sandwich. I happen to like roast beef, turkey, and bologna.
Nothing wrong with it.
I used to think listen, growing up in Brooklyn, that was a luxury sandwich. If my mother packed me a lunch and I got cold cuts, I got roast beef, bologna, and turkey, it was like, okay, my dad he had the paycheck and he did good this week. If I didn't get that, I was peanut butter and jelly, which I was like, and wrapped in, Reynolds wrap. That was what we got. It wasn't until years later that, the checkbook was open and I could go out. Now I could pretty much maybe I could buy her Oscar Mayer, but that was, growing up, it wasn't the same way. But, I did, once upon a time enjoy the finer things like a roast beef, bologna, and a turkey sandwich. So I'll remember that now when I think of your county.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. But he told me some things about Marion County. He said that he told me if I wanted to go and get some diapers for my son. I was like, why? I was like, we don't need the money. He said, Cam, I'm going to tell you something. Marion County is one of the worst counties for child neglect. And that's part of why he wants to run it here, because it's so that those families or needy families can be able to have gifts for their kids on Christmas and not be able to tell them no. But in a way, it made sense to me, but in another way it didn't, because if you're super neglectful, why would you get your kids Christmas gifts? But at the same time, maybe that's part of why they're neglectful. I don't know. I can't really put that into words. It makes sense and doesn't at the same time. Either or, I think it's going to be a very successful drive. It's been advertised very well in our community. It's been Delaware is a fairly big city too, so it's been advertised there for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to make an announcement here on Sportswire. Obviously, we have some time, but I will give a donation. I know I'm not in the county, but if I can send a donation, I can obviously purchase something and maybe send to you guys. I'm very happy to do that. I will definitely, if you'd like, I'm more than happy to do something with that in the coming weeks. Get ready for Christmas. I want to give my full throttled endorsement for that. I've done a lot of charity stuff over the years with Sportswire. Hopefully that young lady, you're not going to be too impressed by my bank account, but I will tell you that I have definitely supported a lot of things. I remember in the Florida community a few years ago, there was a big thing with kids, and I came out and supported that. We raised money for that. I've done a lot of different things. I'm very proud to support this. We want to make sure people out there can have a nice Christmas and have, toys and diapers. And these things are very important amenities, and we want people to have them. So I will give my support 100%. Anything I can do, I will certainly do that in the coming weeks. And you have my word, and we will plug this on Sportswire every single time I'm on the air.
They will also be plastered at Backyard Havoc in each of the videos. Okay. It's something that I want to do to try and give back. I think as a world champion as well, you got to be able to represent the world in a way.
You are the champion. I'm a believer in that. Listen, the community put me here. The community gave me a platform, just like in Brooklyn. My home communities never forgot me in Brooklyn and Staten Island. They never forgot my hard work. They never forgot that I always helped people, whether it was those sitting on the phone for 45 minutes when somebody was depressed, or the COVID, getting people COVID shots, or just sitting there and, saving somebody's, house, with the loans and stuff like that. I was there, and I'm always going to be there for the people, because I am the people. I know I joke, but the truth is I am a man of the people, and I will always support the people, and I will support this event. We'll put this up every time we're on Sportswire. And I will definitely give something on the air, off the air. I can't say on the air but I'll do it off the air, and we'll definitely do that. So I can give it on the air, but you won't get it. But if I have to send you the toys off the air, you get it, right? You get the
all good. And if you guys can't send stuff either, I also have a Cash App. I can take that money and
I
give
have
it
your
to them to buy
PayPal. I have
stuff.
you're on PayPal. I have your PayPal.
Or I have that too, and I'll just go and buy toys with it. I think it'd be fun to do too, honestly. Just go and buy toys and give them back. Go on a little toy run.
I've always been a believer in that. That does come from, my political work. Stephen Saperstein was the Shorefront Coalition. We had Senator Golden. I will never forget what he did for 9/11. Everything he did. I always, never forgot what Congressman Grimm did, and everybody that I did work for. Heshi Tischler, was another person that, we were, raising money for the people that were sick and the homeless. And I do believe in that. I remember as a kid growing up, I was 10 years old. And I remember there was it was an older couple and they were going through the garbage. And I remember my father raising money for them and with his job. And even though we didn't have much, he did raise the money to give them the opportunity to at least do better. So I'm a believer in that. And I have had the opportunity to be successful, and we will support this event. And yes, hello to Aaron Blaze. Aaron Blaze is in the house. How you doing,
What's
Aaron
up, Blaze?
See ya. I'm not a corned beef person because it gives me a very bad stomach. I used to love corned beef, though. My mother, I'm Irish. I would get Irish corned beef for St. Patrick's Day, but I can't eat corned beef. Ashley, I will get a bad stomach ache, and you don't want me because I'm on Sportzwire every night. I can't afford a stomach ache. I can't afford to be sick. Me sick? Forget about it. So definitely I'm going to take that off the screen. I do want to get to another plug. I got to plug my mother. She's playing a show coming up on the 26th of October here in Staten Island. 2 bands playing, live music, costume contests, and prizes. So if you'd like to check that out, you're welcome to do that. So check that out. Give them a shout out. Give them a follow. I appreciate everybody supporting me on Sportswire. And
oh, where'd he go? This isn't Sportswire. We're on CamWire right now.
There we go. Big man Cam. I think somebody was trying to give me the hook. Maybe that young lady was trying to give me the hook, but everybody's now lost. But okay, well, I want to take actually, I have it off the screen. You know what? That was the magical button there. We're off the screen with that. And we don't need you blasting butts. I don't know. What does she mean by that? What do I need? We don't need you blasting ass.
Like when you poop really hard.
Oh, yeah. No, please. I really don't. You know what? I actually am very much. I try to be very healthy eating. That's why I still look the same. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. Good point. Okay. I think it's time, before we move on and get one more surprise for you, I promised before we signed off and leading into you coming on that I had some things to open. So I would hope before we sign off that you would allow me to bring these packages on the screen. And
I got something too.
But
I already opened it.
And the good news is this isn't anything to do with RSOs. The good news is this is anything to boy. But let me first of all open this. Now, this here is the first package, Mr. Cam. Now, would you be okay if I open this? Now,
Oh yeah, open it up, punch a hole in it, and then rip it out.
Well, it's not going to be a microphone from the Dark Den podcast, I would hope. But well, let's open it. Anybody in the chat waiting? You want me to open it? Not open it? I'm going to open it.
Go ahead, open it up. Open it. Open it. Open it.
It's not a bomb. The good news is it's not a bomb. It's not hate mail. But, it's not the Russians saying that I was colluding with people to get people to join Sportswire. People didn't get the joke. Happy birthday to Ragface, by the way. Ragface's birthday is Monday. Happy birthday, Ragface. This is not your birthday, buddy. But let me open it up. Boy, wow.
What is that?
How about that?
You got yourself a Havoc shirt. Made by the wonderful Darkron, dude.
Oh, hell yeah, Darkron. Darkron, boy. This is why we love Darkron on Sportswire. And,
oh, yeah, you got to cut the sleeves off of it like I did.
You have guns, though. I don't really... I mean, I could buy a gun, but we wouldn't be able to use it in New York City. Get it? You can't use guns in New York City, but thank you for the shirt, everybody there in the backyard Havoc. I definitely... By the way, the Summer Bash shirt kicked ass, by the way. I have to say the Summer Bash shirt is like, no joke, the Summer Bash shirt has got to be like the best wrestling shirt I've had. This one's right there. So this one's right with it. So this is just Awesome. But I'm not done apparently. So, but you were happy there with the Backyard Havoc shirt. Right?
Oh yeah, very happy with that.
Well, we're not done. We're not done. And yes, happy birthday. We're not done because now this is a lot. This is like this is not
stacked, Tom.
It's not in. You're not. It's not my stack of cash in here. That's the good news. Well, maybe not. But this I'm gonna have to open. So. Okay, well, we got a lot of shirts in here, by the way. There's a lot of them. Let's hopefully find one shirt that I think. Wait a minute. Oh my!
Oh, that
God.
is so beautiful.
Do you think what I think this is?
Oh yeah, that's the Generation 1 Big Man Cam shirt.
And guess who's got it? Guess who's?
You're the only other person to own it besides my girlfriend. I don't even own my own shirt.
Did you really have to admit that on Sportswire that I'm the only one that owned it?
No, you're the only male to own it, I should say. My girlfriend has her own. She ordered it in purple.
Why purple?
I don't know. She found it the other day.
Now, I was wondering, Mr. Cam, could I put it on for the audience?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
I've got my shirt on. We're not taking my. No, we're not. I know there's a lovely lady out there that would like me to take it off. The good news, yes. I mean, I do actually. I have a good physique, but I'm gonna spare the audience that. I'm gonna spare them.
Oh no, please don't spare me.
See, we have the Russians in Brooklyn listening now, so we really don't. I don't need the Soviet Union. I don't need Vladimir Putin now coming out and saying who's got guns, by the way, to say what are you doing? Because the Russians might be watching now. We don't want to do that. I'm gonna put the shirt on.
Oh yeah. Throw that beauty on. I'm representing New York now. I love it.
Well, I gotta say, it feels good. I gotta say, whoever made this shirt and designed it, I gotta say it's pretty good. I gotta say, I'll be wearing this a lot more than my TBW shirts.
Well, I got something for everybody.
Wait a minute. You got something for somebody? For everybody?
Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to my backside, but whenever I wrestle, I have a hole in my singlet that I don't know how to fix.
I wasn't going to mention it because I did notice it in the ROE.
Well, I ordered this singlet like a month and a half ago. And I got a brand new singlet with my name on it.
Oh my God. The internet has broken. The internet has broken.
This
oh my God.
is now Big Man Cam singlet. So that way, if you don't know who I am, you know just by looking at me.
As if they didn't know already?
And yeah, you'd be surprised. People ask me all the time, oh, you do wrestling? Yeah. What's your name? Big Man Cam. Never heard of you. Well, you have now.
But the Russians... Wait a minute. Not so fast. The Russians in Brooklyn now know who you are, though.
They know who I am. They don't need to look at that.
Oh, they would be like, da, da, da. I know what they say, da, 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 da. So the good news is the Russians got you. We got you with the Russians, but a Big Man Cam singlet. This is what a champion should be dressed in. His own attire. This is championship-like. This is Big Man Cam-like. This is why you are as big as Godzilla. 6'17" with a size 39 shoe, despite you claiming it a size 13.
Now, you wanna know something funny about the size of it. I ordered it a size lower than I did my last singlet.
Now you do know that there might be some RSOs that might be, enthusiastically listening to it. You might want to be careful.
They don't like fat guys. They like the shirtless, skinny guys. But that's besides the point. But my last singlet, it worked, but it was baggy around my legs, like it wouldn't tighten. So I ordered a 2X.
I know nothing about this. I'll take your word for it.
But it's perfectly fine on my legs, but getting the straps up is a little bit of a pain. But 2X is what I wore when I wrestled in school. So it's the same size as when I wrestled in school. I read multiple reviews on it because it came from China. It said it said order a size above, and I've dropped enough weight recently. I was like, I'll order a 2. I can fit in it, so I'm happy. I didn't wait a month and a half for nothing. But I'll probably
thank you for letting us
another
know
one.
that you've dropped weight. I'm sure that'll really, really enthrall the audience tonight.
Oh no, I don't want to be skinny. I want to be buff. We'll get there. We'll get there. We just gotta let the son get a little older so I can have time to go to the gym.
Well, Zilla gave me some advice.
Working again.
She said I should burn the TBW shirts. Well, I'll let's just say that we'll use them for some type of material, but I don't know if I should burn the shirts because I do live in New York City, so I don't know if it. Thank you. Well, that could be too. I heard you, and thank you. Yeah, I did like the shirt, by the way. I did. It's a very good. I did. I appreciated the cameo, by the way. I did appreciate.
No problem. Yep. I appreciate the cameo as well.
Oh, well, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked my checkbook opening it up for you. I did appreciate that. But okay, well, obviously we're gonna get ready to sign up. But I have one more plug. I have a buddy of mine who actually is a musician, and if I don't get this in, he's gonna shoot me. His name's Anthony Finkel. And before I have to play his clip. Then I have one other surprise for you. We have one more surprise.
Yeah, is it Christmas or what?
That would be CJ Black's birthday, but you didn't want to wish him
nobody cares about that.
Okay, Zilla wants me to bring up the comments. Can you bring up the comments on when I want to be inducted in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame? Yeah, you want to be next Saturday. Zilla's in the Hall of Fame next Saturday with Justin Parks. I don't know what time yet. I will let you know. Zilla, you know I'm here every night before then, so I'm going to let you know for sure on that. And hopefully we'll know soon. Well, I'll definitely promise you that that's going to happen very, very soon. And I promise you that you're going to be in the Hall of Fame, and I'm going to have a speech for you, and it's going to be the best speech I've had since, well, the one that I had prior. But let me pull this up. I got to do this real quick. I have a buddy of mine, Anthony Finkel's got a band called Rust Eater, and they got some music out there, and I want to play it for the audience.
All
and
right.
I'm going to play it right now. Oh, you see it. Where is it? Did we have it up on the screen? There we go. Thank you. Music, Anthony Finkel. Let's play it. Nope. I guess I can't play it. Oh, well, it's not playing. Nope, it's not playing. Too bad. Let's see if I can get it up here one more time.
I'll play guitar with the title.
No, but if not, I have a surprise anyway as a backup. Let's try it one more time. No, it's not going to play. No. Okay, too bad. We'll do it for tomorrow's show. Sorry, Anthony Finkel. I'll figure it out for tomorrow's show. That's okay. He won't even remember I'm on Sportswire. But he does have a band. He does have a band called Rust Eater, which has wrestling music. We're going to obviously take care of that. But speaking of things, before we go, I do have one more surprise that I have to bring up here. If I don't do it, I'm going to be in big trouble tonight. Now I have to. It's a surprise, big surprise. You want me to see it? You see it, or I'm stumbling?
Yeah,
here.
show me.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
You're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna like this one so much.
I bet it's James Taylor.
Stop. That's not how you spoil the surprise.
Well, I actually was. I'd forgotten about the whole James thing, and then you're like, "Are you sure? You're probably not gonna like it." I was like, "Oh, James Taylor." Right away.
James, this is your champion. This is what he's saying.
I'm flattered. I'm flattered.
Common enemy.
The last thing we heard him say was my catchphrase. I mean, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And Tom, I think you firsthand have heard a lot of guys quote me because I inspire them. I get that. And
James, I want to tell you, I want to put it on the edge. James, you are an inspiration to me. Obviously, I consider you a leader. I consider you a legend. Yes, a legend. And I definitely, James, just want to say that you obviously are somebody that I would want to follow. When I grow up, I want to be like James Taylor. I definitely want to be like you.
Don't patronize me, Tom.
I did buy ROEW shirt, by the way. I did buy my
Big appreciate it, but I know you bullshitting me just a little bit.
No,
how you doing, Cam? You doing all right?
Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, that invitation, it wasn't even a shot on you. It's because you didn't believe me the first time. It's because you didn't believe me the first
What
time.
was the reason behind it? I should fine you for that.
You should. Why would you find me for that?
Shouldn't you be happy, James, that he's the ROBW champion rather than, let's say, members in BYW?
I'm happy that he won it fair and square, which you did. I'm giving you props on that. And I have to give you another props, and that's the fact that I absolutely enjoyed watching you get your hands on Jason Storm and CJ Black.
I knew we were going there.
I loved it too, man.
I knew we were going there.
I loved it too.
All
Every
I
second.
ask is you hear my warning, and that is don't piss me off like Jason Storm did. And me and you are good, I promise.
I don't think I've given you any reason, quite honestly. But
no, you haven't. Yeah. Nice shirt, 25 cents. Tom, how are you? You doing all right today? Congratulations, 1,200. Cam, I know that upset you. I apologize. Look, I'm a little bit ornery tonight. I'm a little bit agitated.
By the way, James, we should all be like excited to the fact that Zilla wants to go in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame next Saturday night.
Congratulations. Yeah. That's going to be awesome to watch. You should bring Zilla, and that's going to be great. Heck yeah, they deserve it.
Yes, they do. Zilla definitely deserves it. Zilla is just a
special. What about Big Man Cam for winning the ROEW World Heavyweight Championship?
We played it on the show tonight. We talked about it a lot. And Big Man Cam, I would love to put Big Man Cam in the Hall of Fame, but he refuses every time I bring it up to him.
So you know why? You want me to tell you why I refuse to?
I actually do want to hear this.
I don't believe I've done enough yet. When I feel that I have done enough, I will more than happily join the Hall of Fame.
But you're the ROEW World Champion, though.
I'm the ROEW World Champion, yes. But this world title reign is nowhere near over yet.
That's true, too. It's going to be going on for decades. That I know. It's going to be going on for decades.
100%. I haven't visited as many places as I've wanted to. I haven't done as much as I have wanted to yet. I'm not even scratching the surface of as much of the stuff.
And we've got more cameos. And by the way, you're going to get more cameos, too, coming up. I'm going to make sure that we get more cameos from Big Man Cam.
Perfectly fine with that.
Thank you so much.
Maybe in about... I don't even know. I will accept it one day. I just don't feel that I've done enough, man.
But you can at least accept those cameos, right?
I will accept those cameos. Yes.
Thank you, Big Man Cam. Thank you so much.
I never got a cameo.
You don't have a cameo. It'd be like, "What's up, guys? This is Taft Taylor here. Stone Cold beer sucking."
I would think you would have. You have 90,000 followers. You have more than Cora Jade. I would think that you would actually want to open up a cameo page.
My social media following is around 150,000 total, and you think that nobody would want to have a cameo from Taft Taylor?
I would want a cameo from you, James. You better believe I would love a cameo from you.
Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. But Big Man Cam doesn't think that nobody cares about me. But when I walk into a room, all heads turn like, oh shit, it's Taft, it's James. But I just listened to what he said before I came on here, and that is somebody said, I don't know who are you? What's your name? Big Man Cam? Well, I don't know. I never heard of you. But when they hear Taft Taylor, they've heard of me.
That's true. They have heard of
you. You could Google my name, punk. But it's fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not being professional here.
Yeah,
I apologize.
I've been taking it's okay. It's after last week's show. This is very professional, and I think the Russians love this now. They love this stuff. They love this. They love the humor. Yeah, we had a woman who basically decided that she wanted all of the Russians in Brooklyn to watch and follow Sportswire. How ironic is that? Angela Pink. 200. Nice. So you got 200 people in the Russian communities to subscribe to Sportswire. 200.
Cam, I think we need to be careful because Tom's got connections that we don't.
We definitely know that Big Brother's watching us now on Sportswire. We really want to avoid some of the innuendos in prior shows. Now that we're actually,
you always get some with Cam.
Well, that may be so, but that's over on Dark Day now. But James, anything you want to say to your employee, the new champion? Obviously, we're setting a new era at ROEW. We're now ROEW Underground now, and we've got some new changes, some guys in, some guys out, guys in, and it's just a new era coming in here. And Big Man Cam is ushering this new big era, the big era of ROEW Underground. And we're going to see it. And it's going to be, I mean, you and him, it's going to be the new Austin McMahon. I feel it's going to be the new Austin McMahon relationship in the underground wrestling circuit. You and Big Man Cam. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, you look more like Vince, so you should be Vince, honestly.
Don't do the Netflix version, though.
Not Triple H.
I think you got more hair on the top. More hair.
Triple H is at least 6 foot and has a nice beard.
Oh, okay.
Love you, James.
But got on the top by a lot. By a lot.
Gotcha.
You're more like Sean.
I look forward to Face Off tomorrow and to see if what you're gonna do, and I look forward to the future of ROEW and to see where you go with this championship. And if you can just jot it down in the history books that Big Man Cam is a world heavyweight champion, and how dominant are you going to be, and how long will it be before you lose it? And if you lose it, is it going to be through a cheating aspect? Is somebody going to try? Because you're a dominant force here in ROEW, and I expect you to stay a dominant force. So hold the title with pride, man. This to me would be your first real world championship that means something, and congratulations to you. This ain't about, no fight or nothing. This is the boss telling you congratulations, and I really hope that you carry the company on your shoulders proudly and you carry us on into 2025.
Oh, you know it. I will give it my damnedest. I still think I won it the first time, though, truly, but that's okay. We're here now. You agree?
We're on the verge.
So we're
on the verge of one of our biggest shows, anniversary. So stay tuned to that. More to come. Big Man Cam, my question to you is, what's next for you? What's next
whatever
for
you
Big Man
decide
Cam?
to throw my way.
What?
Whatever you decide to throw my way, that's what's next for me.
It's a good analogy.
Huh?
I'm just kidding.
Huh? Huh?
Whatever I throw your way, it's not what I throw your way. It's just what opportunity is going to be presented before you, and then you cash in on that, or you accept that opportunity, because whatever individual comes through that curtain next, that's going to be their shot at you, and that will be either a sink or swim for you or a sink or swim for them. Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it goes.
Here, now your wording with that. I will accept any opportunity that comes through that curtain, but I don't need to cash in on anything. I'm the hunted with this. I don't have to look for anything. I got it all. That's the only problem I had with your wording. I just wanted to specify that. I don't
now
on anything.
In ROEW, this is just through my eyes, and I'd hope that it'd be in your eyes, of underground wrestling. You're at the top of the mountain, and that's in all of underground and backyard wrestling. You're at the cream of the crop. Yeah, there's IMF, there's these other companies, no disrespect to them, but ROEW is on top. Big Man Cam, you represent that company. You're at the top of the mountain, and there's going to be a lot of guys heading up that mountain. It's up to you to keep them down, or if they're going to take you out. So
take out their feet, they'll roll backwards. No big deal.
They could take you, because the bigger they are, the harder they fall, right?
No, I'm strapped in.
All right.
You probably are strapped, literally. Strapped.
Gonna be a hell of a ride.
Bumpy one, you think?
Oh, very. Bumpy going up, gonna be worse going down.
You like it bumpy.
Stay up there.
Do you have any words? A good question I actually have for you. Because now it's almost like the title was, in a sort of spec, handed to you, but not. Instead of defeating a guy like Jack Delta, who unfortunately had to relinquish it for the time being, do you have any words for the former champion, despite what you did to him before and all that BS that happened? Do you have any words for the former champion now that you're the champion and legitimately, contractually the champion?
Yes, I do have a few words for him. First of all, I hope you're healing all right. I do actually care about your well-being, and I hope nothing but a speedy recovery for you. But I don't think I'm quite there to understand everything about being the champion. You got to think, I'm not even in my first defense yet, so I don't know how intense this is going to be. I'm not ready for anything. I shouldn't have worded it like that. I'm not sure what to expect is what I meant to say. So it's all up in the air for me right now.
Can I coach you for a second?
Go ahead, Coach Taffy.
As a veteran in this business and as a old man, at least allow me to share some of my experience and what I would see you doing. When you went into ROEW right before that 6-man elimination match when Jack Delta, before he got injured, you were like a beast. You were like a Wolverine. You were destroying anything in your path, and you couldn't wait to get your hands. Where's that big man Cam? Where's that monster? Where's that screaming like lunatic monster? That's all you need to be. You can't say it's up in the air. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what to expect. What do you care if you're 6'8" or 5 or 10 or whatever the fuck you are? You should be like, hey, feed me. That's all you got to do. Just bring them all to me. I'm going to tear them all up because it's lunchtime for Big Man Cam and ain't nothing stopping me. Period. I mean, look what you did in that 6-man elimination match. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass.
Darkron, C Money.
You pinned almost everybody.
He's undefeated in DKW, by the way. Undefeated against DKW.
Yeah. They can't beat you. They haven't beaten you. You pinned Jason Storm and CJ Black, and you just run over anybody that gets in your way.
Soon, I'm sure.
He's 2-0, and he's pinned C Money twice now. 2 wins over C Money.
Yeah. Yeah, you've beaten everybody that gets into your path. So where's that fire? Don't tell me that you've gotten soft ever since that 10-pound championship went on your shoulder. Certainly, Big Man Cam ain't got soft on me now.
All right,
he wasn't soft at all. He's just gonna do his talking in the ring.
Come on, kid.
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is.
No, don't look down. Look at the camera.
I'll tell you what
you got a whole bunch of eyes on you. Tell them what you're going to do.
I know. I'll tell you exactly what it is. I figure with that championship and me being on top, I'd humble myself a little bit. Cool it down. But you know what? I'll take your advice. You'll get that beast. I'll bring that beast down anytime I come up there. Don't you worry.
That's what you got to have that motor ready to go. That's going to be your ace in the hole. That's who Big Man Cam in my eyes is a pure monster. And what about the boogeyman of the Midwest? What about the popular monster? Don't you think that you in this area of Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Delaware, wherever the fuck you are, everywhere, right there, that Midwest, shouldn't you be the freaking Loch Ness monster, the biggest monster, the whatever you want to call yourself? I mean, you're Big Man Cam. You're the biggest son of a bitch in the history of ROEW. You're the biggest bastard in the Midwest, probably in all of underground and backyard wrestling right now. And you're going to be humble. I mean, it's great to be a little humble and show that humanity, but I don't need a big Pillsbury Doughboy. I need a monster to run this to lead this company right now. Where are you at?
All right. If you want a monster, that's exactly what you're going to get.
Okay.
I will bring that side of me out.
What do you think, Tom? Do you think I'm getting a little? I mean, what do you think?
I'm going to tell you what we think is that we need to tune in and watch ROEW coming up and see what the champion does. Because at the end of the day, sometimes there are champions that they do their talking in the ring. And Big Man Cam right now, he doesn't have to say anything to anybody because he's beaten Steve Money twice. He's pinned Darkron and Matthew Forsaken. BYW, who knows what happens with them? And the guy, who held that championship before he got injured, Jack Delta, Big Man Cam's pinned him. So really, at the end of the day, Big Man Cam don't have to say a single thing on Sportswire because he's defeated C Money twice. He's pinned Darkron and Matthew Forsaken. And on top of that, he's pinned the one and only Jack Delta. So really, you don't got to prove nothing. He's going to prove it out there in the ring. And that's why you got to go out there and support ROEW. And that's why you got to go out there and watch coming up tomorrow's show, because there's going to be a lot on the road to anniversary. And Big Man Cam, as far as I've seen James Taylor tonight, he's proven to the audience that he very well could be on top in ROEW for years to come. And there really is nobody right now on the horizon that I've seen so far in ROEW that's going to prove anything other than what we've seen in that Big Man Cam is going to be on top for a long time in ROEW and anywhere else in this circuit. They're going to be certainly treading very, very lightly.
100%.
Yeah.
We'll have to find out for sure. And before we sign off, what number am I going into the Hall of Fame? And then Zilla then says that she doesn't want to. Zilla's now changed her mind. I would like Zilla to be in the Hall of Fame. I think she would be 92 or 93, I believe. I'd like you to be in the Hall of Fame, Zilla. So come on Saturday's show. I can promise you that you should be in the Hall of Fame. Yes, we're praying for Jack Delta. We hope that he's well. Darkron says he's next, though.
He's next. Heal up those fingers.
Well, I hope he does. I really would love to see Darkron next. Who knows?
Don't underestimate somebody like Darkron.
How about what he did in that match, by the way? That six-pack challenge, what he did with some of his moves, his moveset. I mean, I would love to see Darkron get well and hopefully be out and wrestle again. And who knows? I pray it's Darkron's back. And we definitely thank you, Darkron, for the Backyard Havoc shirt. You know, James, I got so many shirts today. Some of them I'm going to have to show another time. I got 5 shirts today. 5.
You need to get that new James Taylor shirt. That's what you need. That'd be the best shirt in your arsenal.
But not the by the way, before we go, but not a CJ Black shirt because it's his birthday. It was his birthday.
Who?
So you want CJ Black, the good guy, the 7-star
Jack Box? Maybe. I mean,
he sounded like Stone Cold when he said that. Cracker Jack Box.
So CJ Black, you didn't wish him a happy birthday by any chance?
Happy birthday, crack CJ Black.
See, you're better than me. I won't even wish him happy birthday. I hope it's shit.
But that's not nice. It's his birthday. You wouldn't have wished him like a very well, give him a call and say, yeah, it's James Taylor. Want to wish you, CJ, a very happy birthday. You know, obviously, thank you for your hard work in ROEW. Thank you for all you've done.
Hard work.
Thank you for all you've done in BYW.
Yeah.
All right, CJ. Happy. You know what? No, I ain't wasting this on you.
The usual. He's going to do the usual. Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. This is unbelievable. James Taylor's going to certainly No, we don't want to do it.
I ain't wasting a perfectly good beer for his birthday.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go blow up like a helium balloon here. I think we've got the point. I think Big Man Cam is here to stay in ROEW as the world champion for years to come. He has proven. He's also got new ring gear, by the way, James. You must approve of that new singlet, by the way. You definitely approve of that because we don't want to have the champion wearing ripped singlets. I mean, I know that for some RSOs, they might enjoy looking at that, but we don't want that no more on Sportswire. We want to move away.
I was so bad when that hole got there. I don't know how that hole got there. It was at Summer Bash, though.
That's true, but I'm not going to ask you about Summer Bash because that was then. We're going to the Backyard Havoc. ALW, by the way, is today, 5:00. Apocalypse, be there. And Yoshi Matsuda was here, James. You obviously were with him on Instagram yesterday, and we had other surprises. We're supporting charity. We're supporting bands to play, but I couldn't put the music up. We'll have to do it tomorrow, but that's okay. But I think your new champion did a great job. It's good to have him back on Sportswire where he belongs instead of co-hosting another podcast. And I think
I got my new ROEW Big Man Cam. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but did you get your new ROEW Big Man Cam action figure?
Oh, we got.
Fuck you.
I'm just kidding.
I thought that was the Alex Cross figure you would have had. Now some some sickos out there might want that, but we're gonna not talk about that here on Sportswire because the Russians in Brooklyn watch us now and listen to us, so we don't want to do that. But I think we got to play. Want to say one more thing, Big Man Cam, before we go?
So, okay. So why am I the only one that gets shit for being on his podcast? You know who else was on there? Parsley was on there. Omen Black was on there. Why don't they get shit for it?
Well, Parsley at this point, I mean, I think he gets more stuff for working in Shelbyville, Indiana. I mean, he's got his own problem there with that. But Mr. Parsley obviously has got to figure out if he looks like David Spade. I mean that's obvious. He's got other.
He does.
He's got bigger things to worry about. Whether he's going to be a circle of jerk next weekend with Jack Spade, or is he a David Spade lookalike? But Joe Dirt called, and Justin Parsley will be on Sportswire instead. But no, I don't know. Listen, I mean, we could certainly debate a lot of different things, and we obviously, I think we've got the point. I think Big Man Cam is here to stay, and ROEW is champion. James Taylor is owner, and he's going to crack a cold one, not at the expense of CJ Black. And I obviously want to say it's good to have Big Man Cam where he belongs on Sportswire. James, I'm sure you'll be here, and James is flexing his guns because I have no guns. But if I did have a gun, I wouldn't be able to use it anyway in New York. But I want to thank everybody here for tuning in. And my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice figuratively and literally where all wrestling matters. And also next Sunday night, 8:30 p.m., James, is the 1,000 subscribers show on Sportswire. I know you're going to be there at some point. And this woman, Angela Pink, is going into our Hall of Fame and got us 200 people in Brooklyn to hit that sub button for Sportswire Radio. What do you know about that? But pretty cool about that, definitely for sure. And Big Man Camel, I'm sure will be there at some point and saying hello. And thank you everybody for tuning in. And please support ROEW Underground on YouTube. Also check them out on Instagram and TikTok. And I'll be here a couple of times tomorrow. It's LBYW Day. Napalm and the Wilster at 9 o'clock Eastern time, 10 o'clock Eastern time between those 2 hours. And I'm here talking about Shock's Party in the afternoon. Time to be discussed, but that is not the Big Man Cam action figure. That is James Taylor staying at a Holiday Inn. But until then, everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the number one global radio station that is Sportswire Radio. And to that young lady out there, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you, I am sure, another time. And we'll see everybody tomorrow or today, depending on where you are. And I don't have much of a voice left. My stomach hurts. So thank you, everybody.